being said, what happened on our last little bit of Lonesome West?
Gregory!
God damn it.
It's true. That
We
did
met the
happen.
best boy in
giant
the
fucking
world.
bird. We finished up any business we had in Bastion and Ezo. Ren decided to go steal a piece of history from a museum and then gave it to Zoe days later. We decided that we were going to make our way through the Ruby Kingdoms in order to get to Heraclea in the Holy Empire. And passing through a canyon, we ran into a rock baby who was ugly as fuck and who's
In your
dad
opinion,
had
fuck
died.
you.
You said it as soon as we saw it.
Nah.
You called it a scrote with a beak.
Yeah, that doesn't make it ugly.
God damn. Regardless, we decided to see if we could bring its dead dad back to life, which we did, having to fight through 3 bone devils and a little bit of its mom, who was very, very angry. Able to calm it down though, and bringing the dad back to life, they took the baby and fucked off, and we proceeded to make our way through the Ruby Kingdoms.
That is indeed what you're doing. Gregory judges you internally for insulting him. How dare you?
Deal with it.
However,
He's a good boy.
you guys,
Yeah, dude, he was so open-minded.
He's so cute.
you guys can indeed venture as you please in any direction you wish to go. The previous objective, as you were crossing through the East Ridge on the eastern end of the country, was to head toward Astris. Does that still remain your objective?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what happened to it, so yeah.
Sure.
LUL onward.
That is the thing you can do. As you exit the East Ridge and begin to come into the open plains that make up the western end of the Occident, you come to quite a number of frightful sights as you go. Firstly, there are quite a number of monsters that are in the mountains. You tend to avoid them. You don't have any more encounters like you did with the rock previously. You all also take a full rest at some point, so you're restored to full of whatever you were. But in your continuing journeys, each night that you spend traveling is tense, is the best way to put it. Largely because there are quite a number of beasties that are lingering about. A few times during camp, whoever's keeping watch is assailed by what seems to be further types of demons. These tend to be small and come straight at you, interested in clearly munching on your very corpses. You're able to thwart them off, but they just give you an eerie sensation every time you guys try to go to sleep and perhaps make sleep a little more difficult as it is alarmed throughout the night. Traveling through the day is not much different. You see that there seems to be a number of pillars of smoke rising from the north of your location. You also do note that there seems to be pillars of smoke coming from the west. These fires seem to be large, and all of you can make a perception check if you would like to.
Sure.
Tell me what you get, because I'm doing a thing.
6.
8.
20.
Really get 20?
16.
Yeah,
It's a
I got 20.
soft 20. It's a flaccid 20.
A flaccid 20.
Yeah.
Yes. For Ren and Lance, you guys are more familiar with what you're experiencing, largely because you are both quite keen on your observations. For Ren, you definitely detect that the smoke in the air coming from the west seems to be different types of wood. It smells like larger than a campfire just because of the sheer amount of smoke. The longest train ever. It smells like a variety of wood being burned. However, particularly from the north and a little bit from the southwest, Lance can pick out smoke as if from battle and other types of warfare. So that is just something that you recall as you continue your journey.
Hey, let's not go that way.
I mean, that's the way you're going, so
It's not good.
you're
To the north?
You're presently heading southwest. You're not heading north.
I thought you said they were to the
North's where
north.
the war is.
To the southwest and to the north, there are signs that Lance can pick up of smoke as if on a battlefield.
You might want to
Fine.
decide on a different route. Like,
Which
not
way did
this
the wood
way.
look like?
The wood seems to be coming from the far west. With your geographic knowledge of the region, having spent quite a number of visits out in the Holy Empire, you can imagine that that fire is coming from the Holy Empire itself.
Oh, so it's not. Yeah, that's far away.
It's definitely
a
getting
wind.
carried on the wind, but you do note that that seems to be the direction that it's coming from.
Okay.
That
Well,
in
it's
particular.
far away, so.
That being the wood smoting fires.
And there's nothing in our way, like towards where we're going, or is there?
Doesn't seem to be, at least on the trails that you're going.
Yeah,
The
we're
trails
fine.
that you're walking seem to be largely empty. And there are still demons about throughout the day, but you're able to largely avoid them. If any of them come at you, you can just kind of like speed up your cart and keep moving, and they just give up after some time.
We're fine.
That is the general idea as you continue, though. Shall you do anything on your journey
Bonus action cry.
after that?
Action cry.
Oh, so you want to use all your actions to cry?
Yeah.
And
I'd like-
reaction.
I haste
Yeah.
myself, so I can also hasted action cry.
Yeah. I don't want to just use my actions. I also want to use Freeze actions.
Freeze actions.
Forget it, because they're free actions.
I'm so LOLXD quirky.
I'd also like the action surge cry.
I hate it all.
You just got to do it all.
I got
Um,
reaction
Cunning
cry, right?
action cry.
Yeah.
You guys venture through the area that you're going on. You travel through the many dirt roads through this area, and you come upon an intersection. Mhm.
Oh, I was just gonna say, if like an enemy looks at you and it's not your turn, can you use your reaction to cry in response to that?
Not from looking, but if it cries at you, then you can cry
No,
back at
okay,
it.
you don't understand, Chris. I have autism, and sometimes when people look at me, I feel like crying.
Okay. I really wish it just. You don't understand, Chris. I have autism, and that was it.
No, there's a reason for it.
No, I really just wanted to stop it. You don't understand. I
Very-
have autism.
Very frequently, my former boss, if she tried to look me in the eye, I would feel like crying. Even
No.
if I wasn't in trouble, I just wanted to cry.
No, you don't understand. I have autism. Proceeds to pan over to the SpongeBob, name tag me professional retard.
Oh.
God damn.
I don't like that word.
Pat. That being said, you come to an intersection. The intersection goes north and to the south, or northwest and to the south. Generally south direction. You do see that there's a sign. It seems to have weathered a bit of a storm and is kind of like knocked over on its side, kind of into the road. So you kind of have to like get up into the ditch and go around it. But when you guys kind of examine the sign and put it back to where it belongs, it seems to point to one direction, being Odessa, and the other direction to be Ast.
Ooh, crepe! Do you think
Do
the demons are delaying crepe sales?
Probably. I don't think they're buying the crepes.
They're probably
Hopefully
going to
not.
make the crepes.
No, I can't. I wouldn't think that a demon is particularly fiending for sweets.
Wow.
Come on, that was good.
Wow,
Oh,
you did that in care. Wow.
Oh, I understand.
No, we're going to Asterisk now. Wow.
I launched my way out of this conversation.
you can't run me with that.
I'm glad I rolled
I
a natural
dimension door
20
along the way.
to understand a pun. I'm really glad.
Used it. That's it.
I mean,
That's the last 20 of the entire campaign for that pun. That's it.
Yep.
Calling it now.
I can't wait.
That being said, which direction do you go?
I thought we were going. Were
This
we going
way.
this
We're-
way or this
You
way?
have presently come from this direction from Port Arthur up into the East Ridge and are somewhere in this general vicinity where the lion is.
Okay, so I
So
guess
if
we're
we could
going
go
just south
Asterisk
from this
Road.
way.
South.
A little bit this way.
Yeah, it's just in the direction we need to go. So
If such is the case. You continue down the road for the next day. Another camp, another night spent thwarting away lesser demons that seem to try to be intrigued and following you. You do hear larger ones speaking in their various tongues. They seem to be, for those who can understand them, orchestrating which ways to move, and they seem to be working in small, like, platoons, essentially. They're just moving at night as opposed to the day. But
I cast
they
private sanctum so they don't intrude on us or spy on us, and they can't
Indeed.
see us.
and they are unable to find you because of that. That being said, you awaken in the morning once more and continue on, following the road and coming upon another broken sign that leads south to Asteris. Continuing on to the rest of the day, it is about 11 a.m., and you do arrive in your location. In the distance, there is a large field. Upon that field is a very tall, what seems to be tree and or beanstalk, and above you can see the glimmer of something just on the top of it from the distance that you stand. However, the asterisk that you seek does not seem to be here, because there's only one thing you see before you.
Yeah. My boy!
he's fucking here.
He's actually here! Yay! I didn't think he'd actually be here. That's funny.
I imagine everyone just walks up and just dumbfounded, like, the fuck?
Ren just actively just says, "What the fuck happened to this shithole?"
So much
Oh!
for a city being here.
That's
Is this guy actually here?
You do see that on one of the precipice. What is the plural of precipice? The precipices.
Precipi.
Precipi. There is a man. He has a cowl on, and he's just kind of like overlooking the disaster-ruined landscape. He seems to be the only person around.
Just like, hey, guy.
Oh, hello then. Who might you be?
Who are you?
Name's Elias, but I ask yours first.
Fuck. Alright.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you're the guy. Okay.
I'm the guy. Does my reputation precede me so?
No, Corva sent us this way.
Ah, so you also know Corva. Well, not here, as you can see. Points at the abyss.
Yeah, what?
Well, he's not dead.
That's to be debated from what I've learned recently.
I've spoken to him within the past. How long has it been?
Been a few
It's
days.
been
A few days.
Yeah, 2 days.
Good. At least the fool's still alive.
Yeah, but he told
Yeah,
us to stay there,
so,
and that's obviously not true right now.
What happened here?
Well, this, I can certainly attribute to that fool. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure. High-level magics is what I've been told, at least. But, Asteris has been relocated.
Well, what do you mean?
Not here, moved. You take it,
I wanna-
you pick it up, you move it.
We
I want
pushed it somewhere else.
I want to inside check the shit out of this man. What a fucking statement.
He's a little bit of a sass master, but otherwise he seems to be telling the truth.
All right, so
Where'd he go?
Yeah.
I haven't visited it personally. Heard rumors that there were some changes
been
in the. Has he been there? Never mind.
He went there when we first moved it, so he
Oh, okay.
can plane shift there technically. That's why I told the group to find him if they wanted to go to the city.
Indeed. That being said, certainly been there. If you look up into the night sky, you might see a bit of a glimmer. It now hangs out in wild space upon the astral sea.
Oh.
That
I look at Lance. I don't think we're gonna be able to go get crepes.
Are they
He starts
still
crying? Like
Chris-
full on, like somebody broke his heart crying.
Karist raises her hand.
It's not a school, love. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, I
She
just
does this.
wanted to take turns. I don't want to interrupt anyone. Are they still selling crepes even though they're in the Astral Sea?
Oh, yes. Plenty of crepes there. It's what they're known for, of course.
So there's no reason we can't go get crepes.
Do we have time
There's
for a
the
trip to
problem.
the Astral Sea?
Yeah, it's just a problem. We don't have a way to the Astral Sea.
That is
don't-
true.
I don't have a means of getting us there.
Nevertheless, what you may have been looking for here
Wait.
is certainly gone. I can
I
answer.
think he just doesn't offer. He's just like, fuck these guys.
Wait, don't you have plane shift?
I don't have a tuning fork.
You do need
Yeah,
a tuning.
Towards
You do
that.
need a
You
tuning
do-
fork to the
we
Astral
forgot-
Sea.
We forgot about that for the most part of the watch, but you need a tuning fork
Yeah.
because it is a material cost,
Well,
yeah.
Watch this. Oi, you said you've been there, right, pretty boy? How'd you get there?
Well, I'm a bit flattered, firstly. But secondly, I do have my means.
You a caster, or you just...
For a certain queen, yes.
Inside check?
If you
Listen, man,
please.
I don't care what you're into or who you sleep with. I just want to know if you can get us there and back.
My word. Would never do such a thing, especially with
Listen.
a cod.
Listen, Rin only knows two meanings for the term queen. And, one of them is royalty, the other is not the Raven Queen.
You may do that insight check if you please, though.
Alright.
What are you trying to insight, though?
Okay. Well, first off, let's start. No, I'm not gonna insight check. I'll just be like, Queen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I would ask if his bird is around, but his bird is never around.
Wink.
Wait.
That. Mhm.
Why aren't we Star Trek?
Listen, don't worry about it.
Why?
Yeah,
why
I realized that
Chris,
too.
The red coat. I'm gonna die, or the red shirt.
Well, I've been
Uh,
looking for a way for 50 sessions.
But he kind of nods at you, Odd, and says,
New recruit reporting in.
all those who are religious certainly serve someone. I just happen to serve royalty.
Hmm.
Now that's where the inside check's coming in.
Do you
Gonna
serve
do it,
Corva?
21.
He's a baron.
As if I'd serve that dolt.
Oh, that's not very nice.
It's accurate, though.
Oh.
I may be a bit crass at times, but he's appreciable when he needs to be. From your insight, what would you like to know? You're inciting
Well,
his mention of Queen.
Yeah, it's like he brought up serve some level of god, and then he said mine just happens to be royalty, so I'm working off that.
Cool. He seems to be telling the truth. Give me a religion check.
Cha. 24.
That is sufficient. You have heard tales here and there, mostly when doing your research with Christ or on your own terms, giving tale about a foul queen from the moon known as the Raven Queen.
Huh. And what was her entire domain about? Just
Oh God, what is her actual? It's not inherently death, but it's mostly.
in-
The
like the
dead and
in-between.
like protection of the dead, like
yeah,
keep
for,
them
she
from
has kind
them.
of a broad portfolio, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna double check. Real
Most-
quick.
as far as I know, it's like the in between of life and death.
That is essentially it.
Yeah. So
according to for E, it's like
For mine, it is death and winter.
okay, yeah, that's generally her thing.
okay. Interesting goddess to follow.
You make it where you make it do, and she has served me well as I serve her.
I guess I can't be one to judge.
I can.
Not saying anything on that note.
Do you have any questions for Elias while you were here?
First
I
off,
asked if he can be the one to get us there and get us
Mhm.
back.
He gave you a wry retort, but this is more for the purposes of information gathering.
I want crepe.
do you know what the hell happened to Corva? It's been hard to get a hold of him recently.
I've been a bit busy on my own account. As you can see, shit's fucked. However, I know that he was involved in some of the larger bits that were happening up in Odessa. Don't go don't go there, by the way. It's quite frightful, even by my expertise.
Carista's doing like starting to raise her hand, then just like changes her mind. Like, I don't know. Am I supposed to just like up and down with her
By
hand?
all means.
Oh, I just want to know, are there normally a lot of devils here, or is that related to the city's missing and Corva, not being here?
Also, assuming it has something to do with the dragon gods walking around.
Aye, bits of that all going around. No, the devils and demons that you see about, not quite normal. Not quite sure why all the devils are also on the leash of said demons. There's certainly been a lot of murder because of such. All these demons running about with all the crazy beasts that you might see. This is not the Ruby Kingdoms that I certainly know. He kind of like takes a moment and like focuses on his temple. It looks like he has a headache.
Let me guess, they're having that weird thing happen to you that all the elves are, right?
You're aware of it too. Know anything about it?
Well, if you're half elf, you don't get a headache.
Yeah.
I don't have such a luxury, unfortunately.
From what I'm aware, it's just elves are seeing things when they go to sleep. It's odd. Not you.
See it when we're awake too,
Wasn't gonna say
although
anything.
it is much more vivid during our slumber.
Also, Zoe, why are you hurt?
Ow, hold on. I stubbed my toe.
Excellent. I just wanted to note that.
It seems to be affecting
Zoe.
only elves. Half elves not really being messed with by it.
Maybe it's other fae, like fae descended people.
I am a human.
I might
Yes.
send my
Yes.
mom about that.
I couldn't
Ooh,
say.
yes. See if it's affecting her all the way over there.
Her and the other people of the Elven Colony.
Can't say that I can make heads or tails of it myself. I've just been bearing with it as I get by. Seems to be just as strong on other locations that you might venture toward. However, busy, we all have things to do. Just came here feeling a bit nostalgic.
I'm gonna walk up to him. I'm going to pick him up just by his arms, like not like actual like a grip. Sir, I'd like crepe
Don't have any?
to take us to the crepe.
I do have one other question. If you're
Point him at Chris.
God damn.
Who does this?
You wouldn't happen to have the sigil for the city, a teleportation sigil for the city that I could use if we need to teleport there?
I don't operate on that kind of arcanic nonsense, love. Bit too complicated for me.
Also, wait.
Okay.
Are you talking about Odessa or are you talking about Astris?
Either, really. It doesn't matter.
I don't think it's gonna work for Astris because different plane.
I don't think it says anything about a different plane.
I don't think it,
Teleportation circle, yes.
It does,
Okay.
but if you plane shift, you can go to the teleportation circle.
I just need a means of actually getting there.
Do you have a tuning fork?
Yep, same plane of resistance, I see.
as
Can we borrow it?
as you engage with him to try to venture to the astral sea, though, you do note a thing. The air suddenly becomes still around you, and there's a bit of a trembling that you feel in the air. You see that he comes to attention quite quickly, and kind of like shakes your hand off, Lance.
Okay, here you go. I put him down.
As a swirl of black smoke begins to appear just upon the precipice, standing as if by a dark ill omen.
Also, I was upstairs when you were having the precipice conversation, and I asked my dad, and it's apparently precipices.
Well, that's just a dumb word. I don't
Okay.
like.
I reject
Okay.
this.
Well,
I
I'm just
reject
telling
English.
you what my father and the internet said.
I would much prefer Precipi.
That's what he said originally, and then he looked it up.
Precipice just sounds weird.
Recipe.
Also, I'm casting Pass Without Trace on myself.
Understood.
Yeah, I don't know,
However,
man. I don't like it.
summoning itself, hovering above the air.
Oh shit!
Who
Oh,
the fuck are you?
Lance falls backwards.
I feel like I probably know.
Elias.
Chris, like, Chris, hold on. Do I know who this is? Can I make a check real quick?
What would you like to do?
Lance
I want to know who
terrified.
she. I want to make a check, see if I know who this is, real quick.
A
Just from
religion
the
check.
iconography. Natural 20.
Wasn't the last one.
I know this woman's social security number.
You do. It's 666-539.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Carissa is like, oh cool.
There's
and
some
then,
numbers missing
and
from
then,
that. I
like-
just want to point that out real quick.
Don't give
And
out
then-
real social security numbers. God damn.
And then she starts sweating nervously, looking, glancing back at her undead, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
We're just like, who the fuck are you?
At the same time, Elias takes a
Lance
knee,
holds Zoe.
turns away from you and takes a knee.
Why are you hiding behind Odd?
I'm holding Zoe. I'm not hiding behind you.
Okay.
Yeah,
You just happen to be in front of me.
he speaks forth and says,
Carissa will hide behind Ren, though.
Your Majesty, greetings, my dear warlock. It seems you are courting with friends. I hope they are pleased to my acquaintance. She gives a very delicate bow of the brim of her own brow, and it just sends a shiver down all of your spines. You feel just a strange sensation upon seeing a deific figure.
Harold and Asher rattle a little bit.
I was about to make the same joke.
Excellent, thank you, Chris.
Oh, man.
What is it? You would not normally take such a presence lightly in such a foul world. It seems things have changed in the present. I will be needed in a place that I should not be. I cannot do this alone, however. I must recruit you for your services. As you please, Your Majesty. Finish your business here. I shall await. She kind of glances upon all of you, and you all feel a shudder once more, and you see her begin to hover down toward the bottom of the crater that exists where Asteris once did.
So, I guess I'm gonna be the one to ask this question again. Who's that?
He arises from his knelt position and dusts himself off. And that would be your lady, the Raven Queen.
Yep.
Not my lady.
Oh. I hold Zoe.
Carissa looks from behind Ren.
Nevertheless,
Can I help you?
What? Oh, sorry.
Nevertheless, it seems that I have affairs in order. I appreciate the acquaintance. I can certainly answer any questions that you might have about the Ruby Kingdoms, the Holy Empire, or your dear friend Corva, as long as I know it. It'd be a good
So,
moment before I leave.
What's the deal with the giant explosion that happened out this way, a couple weeks ago?
Best we can understand, foul magician, foul magical experiments, all this time, apocalypse probably happening, all that good stuff.
Do you know who started it?
Goes by the name of Zinth. Can't say I know much about him, although my lady has mentioned a thing or two.
We know Zinth, right?
No, we know Jack.
Sanatorian.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking
Sanatorians, we know,
Sanatorian. Yeah. Okay.
People have weird names on here.
I have a question.
Certainly.
Okay, first, Chris, above game, because I'm dumb.
Mhm.
Gaius, what's his current government role again?
He is currently I forget the exact government role, but he's serving in some capacity.
Like praetor?
Yeah, that's it. He's a praetor, and he's currently serving. He usually serves out in his home, but recent intelligence puts him over in Heraclea.
Good person to ask.
Do you know where the praetors of the Holy Empire would be during this time?
Some of them would be in charge of their normal regional contracts. Others would be largely in charge of the administrative affairs of the war. How well that war is doing, I could not tell you. Wouldn't want to either. I
I
assume,
see the giant
God
fucking
damn it,
beanstalk, goddamn.
Yeah, that's Zelf guaranteed.
how well that war effort's going with all of these changes, I could not tell you.
Do you know about the whereabouts of a Gaius fuck, I always forget it.
Cyprianus.
Cyprianus.
Cyprianus. Fuck, I always want to say Cyprianus.
Gaius
The
Cyprianus.
Sopranos. Yeah,
God damn it, Jerry.
I can't believe I'm part of the fucking mob.
Say mine, Jerry.
I
say
can.
Elias, I think, infiltrated the government of the Holy Empire,
Quite
so
literally,
he's a good
cavalry.
person to ask this to, honestly.
I'm aware of the name.
The Holy Empire.
There's a location to the south of Calderum. It's known as Cyprus, small little island off the coast. Not too familiar with it, and had no reason to travel to such a rural location, but I have heard the name Cyprianus in circles.
We just last heard that he was in Heraclea.
Heraclea is not too far from here, and take a several days' journey. Wouldn't recommend passing through Bellevue, but you might not have a choice. Either way, venturing down that direction, just follow the lake and you'll find Heraclea on the shores.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody that we can get in touch with on our way through here and make things a little bit easier, or
Contacts that I once had here are long since dead or gone. Fled, most likely. Lots of people I've noticed have been heading to Feralis. Good luck to them, I suppose.
I don't know what's wrong with Feralis.
Yes you do. You know there's lots of naughty things there.
Do I?
Yes, you have learned it here and there
Nonsense.
in the things. That's where the dragons were meeting. That's where
Alright.
all the crazy monsters were. It is this region on your map. Zoop.
I remember for the most
Oh
part.
yeah, the region we were hard avoiding.
Yeah.
Isn't that where Summer's group?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you were going to. Somebody was going to sending them at some point.
Yeah. So, Zoe did.
Okay. They're fine?
They are doing all right. They were making their way west in Feralis.
Okay.
But his suggestion is that people in the Ruby Kingdoms are slowly making their way west into Feralis, likely fleeing all of the bullshit.
How are the higher standing nobility doing here? Like I'm trying to think of made up names to say
It's Brooks, the kingdom of Brooks.
Okay, no, I'm trying to make up other names for other regions. To make this sound nicer. The Lillians, the shower ringers,
I see
the
what
prides, the pride.
God damn it.
Cause I want to know.
I'm not too affiliated with the royalty here. Nevertheless, I can't assume they're in good places. If they weren't served their casus belli by the army, they are surely getting invaded by this new one of demons. If they can protect themselves, then here's to hoping for them. There's also a lot of chaos that was caused from the explosion. I've been busy with my queen as such. Seems a lot of people have left this world, or better or worse.
Okay, so Lacey's dead. Alright, sweet. What's that?
Well,
Points at
Corva
the
doesn't have to
beanstalk.
worry about a crazy ex, so that's fine.
True.
Alright.
Points at the beanstalk.
Something stupid that Corva did. Couldn't tell you the details. No, there's a portal on top. Never wanted to venture to it personally. Now, there's a turtle that I never saw once again after they passed through that turtle. That portal. Turtle to
turtle
the portal. It's probably dangerous.
The turtle portal.
The
You know, that's what they should have called the turtle package. That was it. Wizards should have called the turtle
Yeah.
portal.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Wizards, hire me.
They're looking for a VP.
Yeah, let me just apply. Let me.
You want to be the vice president of D&D?
With no credentials. I've been playing your
I
game
want to
for
be the
years.
vice president of D&D.
Just like
Not even the vice president of Wizard of the Coast. The vice president of D&D.
like,
Exactly.
I've been playing your game for years. Got it.
I mean, I probably
Oh.
have an interesting resume because, you know, food service, animal rescue, administrative work, server
D&D.
admin,
So like,
D&D.
what are you doing on Thursday night? Poses.
He just blinks several
Don't
times
you have
and
like a boyfriend back in the Crystal City that you're supposed to be working up the fucking courage to scout?
No, neither of us ever had the balls to do that, so I kind of gave up.
nevertheless,
Alright, I need to forge a letter.
he blinks multiple times and does not deign your question. Nevertheless, seems my plans have indeed changed. Guess I won't be needing this. You have any needful arcane items of any sort?
Ooh, I raised my hand.
Yeah, there's two of us that are full casters.
Also, tell Corva he owes us crepes.
Oh, be
I'm
sure to
very
do that.
disappointed.
Also, do you have any fucking clue why it wants ivory?
Couldn't tell you that.
Better not be doing anything
Alright,
with my ivory.
what you
that
got?
I
Cough up
lose
the
it.
goods.
He removes a small package that he seemed to be carrying over his shoulder, unwraps it, and then just tosses it to whoever catches it. Who catches it? You indeed yoink it. You glance over it, as does Odd and Christ. Odd, you've been searching for this item for some time. It seems to be a staff of healing.
I don't know what this is. This is some type of nerd shit. Fucking thrust it into like one of these two nerds'
I was
hands.
gonna say, do you just yeet it into the precipice?
Yeah, yeet.
God
He just chucks it like a spear.
Why are we doing that? Thanks throws the sword.
Throw it just directly into the crater. Just, this is some type of nerd shit.
Are we eating stuff? I threw my
Just
sword
eat
into
it.
the canyon.
Odd just like looks it over his hand, just like nods. I could use this, yeah.
Is there anything else?
That is all he had on his person.
Okay, that's fine.
Needed that for a little bit of work, but if the plans have changed, it seems I need to do something else with my time. He just kind of like glances down into the crater below.
Is she like still there?
Yes.
Yeah, she's hanging out.
She's
Ah.
waiting patiently.
I'm not looking. I like at the page. I'm not looking. But it's
Odd's
like,
been catching
But
looks
it-
all the
it-
time.
It hurts. It physically hurts you to look at her.
It gives you
Oh.
just like, it's like a sensation of a headache forming, and also just like a chill that runs through your
Man, I've
inner.
That
had
doesn't
so
stop.
many- I've
That
had
doesn't
so-
stop me.
I've had so many fucking hangers. I don't care.
I was hoping you would be like, man, Ren's had exes like that too.
Odd's life is
I've
a
had
headache,
2
that's fine.
exes. What do you mean?
Chris just looks uncomfortable. The Raven Queen.
She hasn't smited you yet.
Yeah, well.
Do you have
there's still
any
time.
other business with Elias?
No, but this meeting has given me a wonderful idea for godhood.
I'll say, the next time you see Corva, tell him to meet up with us at some point. I've got my own questions I need to ask him.
I assume he'll be around, certainly if he doesn't die, wherever he's journeyed off to.
Yeah, he's apparently there's a lot of blood, like drowning in blood levels of blood. I don't know what that's about.
I lied and just went to Bastion again. I'm going to be pissed at him.
We didn't see him in
Well, we-
Bastion.
Yeah, we left there.
Well, he's probably drowned in the Zarin. One more for the lost.
Well, if
I
he's
think he
not,
was trapped
good
in
riddance.
another plane or something.
Oh, that's
Oh well, he's trapped in another plane. One more for the lost.
well, regardless if you see him,
I
I've got-
appreciate this man so much.
I need to see if he met someone I know.
He's great.
Understood.
Maybe Ren should date him.
Yo, hold up.
At
Oh,
least
look
he's
at this
like,
token
he's
again. Hold
He's
on.
one of my favorite NPCs because he's a sass master.
Yeah, he's good enough, but you know.
I'll give you a picture to work with.
Whoa.
Would Ren not enjoy that sass?
Wait, I have his actual picture. 1 second.
I tried to
find
show
it.
it, but it's
Oh
not
my-
showing for some reason.
Oh
That's
my
weird.
god. Elias
pop
and
it
Ren
in
would
the-
have
I
the
see it.
sassiest
Oh,
gay
you do?
sex.
Weird.
I see it.
I popped it in D&D chat. I don't see it.
That'd be a fucking adventure. That's
It's
the
a
best way I
sass
can
master.
describe it. Yeah, same.
But yeah, just tell him that he knows you, Ren, right?
Corva, yeah. I'd like to think he knows me. He popped into my fucking dreams one night.
Then tell him Ren's group is looking for him.
And he owes me crepes!
Ren, I heard from one of the romance novels that Zoe showed me that means you like him a
No.
lot.
No. Not good enough.
Oh.
Vampire looking motherfucker.
Any other business you have with Elias?
I mean,
I'm good.
he's busy, so no.
Yeah.
I'm just chatting,
He- Listen, what I ask him about is going to take a few hours.
Understood.
I'd like to go to
There-
dinner.
Then he says, "Well, must be off then. We all have our tasks to do. Good luck in your travels."
We're resurrecting gods!
Yeah, you too.
You too.
Does she
This man just pulled the same hat.
Whether resurrecting or creating, it's kind of a tough call.
That's the idea. Good luck in those affairs. He turns and hops off the edge of the precipice. He falls down quite a ways, and once he nears the bottom, you see him blink a little bit, and he lands comfortably on the ground before scooting his way down the ridge to his queen. Once they reach each other, they seem to have a conversation of such, and they are engulfed in blackness and vanish from reality.
Now,
Chris, real quick.
Go ahead.
Real quick. Chris looks over at Ren and says, "Wow, that's even cooler than the stuff you do on roofs," and walks away.
Give it time, go.
Oh, enjoy that staff. It's a little quirky.
Also, the idea I got from this meeting is, what do you think happens if two gods do subtle flower together?
I think they're immune to subtle flower.
Try.
Well, you can
Also-
choose to be affected, I would imagine. That's
I
just...
guess so.
Summer the temptation to just be like, I don't even know where this staff has been.
Yeah, Chris, how do you think Dionysus got drunk all the fucking time? He chose to get drunk. Come on.
Yeah, man, you've seen Bacchus and Smite? Come on.
Alright, Chris,
Come
give him
on.
the rundown.
What?
There's a rundown to the stuff?
It's my old staff, so it's a little quirky.
Oh no, what did you do to me?
Do you investigate your staff and perhaps attune to it later in the day?
Yeah.
Identify it first.
I have identified.
Yeah, no, yeah. I trust Chris
Alright,
that
it's
more
staff
than
of healing that does necrotic
guy.
damage instead of healing.
That's how it works. But no.
Yeah, when you attune to it, you slowly turn into a chaotic evil alignment.
Yeah.
Just like Corva.
no.
Easier. I had a neutral evil swing, not chaotic evil.
Excuse you, he's chaotic gay.
So
Yes.
it doesn't heal.
It's just a staff of healing. That is what is identified as by Christ. It has all the necessary properties of such a staff. Do you attune to it?
Yeah, and I'd swap out the fucking staff of swarming insects then.
And it's cursed.
That is what you do. And you get all the now benefits of the staff of healing. However, you do note in your attempts to attune to it, you note that it's been carved into by what seems to be a knife. It also seems to have this symbol in it.
The hell is all this?
What?
shows the symbol to her. Hold on.
I
I
can
can
now
do it if
show
you
it
want
to
me to.
everyone.
Okay, there.
Boop.
Do I know what this is?
You examine it. You don't recognize it from any texts that you've seen before.
I don't know, but it looks nice. It's very symmetrical.
That Elias guy better tell Corva to meet us because I'm going to fucking question him about so many things now.
What are the odds that this is like a curse thing? Like,
What?
what?
Mom likes me more now, bitch boy? What? How?
Did you look
Okay.
at the picture before reading?
No, I'm doing all this in fucking character.
Okay.
Okay, he's just as immature as us. It's fine.
Okay.
Alright. I don't. You know, the longer I'm around you, the less I understand you god types. You know, I'm just gonna.
It's not like I understand my religion in the first place either.
And aren't you
Mhm.
serving a god too? Doesn't that also make you a god type?
Nope.
New recruit reporting in.
I do it out of a promise, not out of belief.
Zoe just kind of smirks at you.
Yay.
I'm just happy that the Raven Queen didn't hurt Jimmy or Harold or Asher or Stuart
Or any
or
of them.
Ira and
Please
Chara.
stop.
Man, yeah, just the Raven Queen of all people for a necromancer to meet is just yikes.
Lance starts playing with the raven feathers that hang off of the staff of healing.
Just unwraps those. You want them?
No, he's just playing with them because they're dangly and pretty.
It's like a cat.
Oh my god. Lance
Hey, get
is
Wraith.
like a cat.
Right,
You know what? Actually, yeah, Wraith
Wait.
here. Yeah, here. Some
Oh,
toy
okay.
for him now.
I like get a string and I like tie them together and have a nice little stick string toy for him.
I love it.
I wiggle it around. I give
Oh.
it to Zoe and I let her have a turn.
Ah,
It's crazy how even with 10 intelligence, he's still so simple.
very crazy.
Fuck! I forgot I had the squirrel.
Fuck! I forgot about those. I forgot about them.
The squirrel snuck up on me. I'm so
Crazy,
proud.
right? Yeah, who would see a cat that talks? Scottish there for a
was
second,
so-
Jesus.
You know, Scotland and Mexico right beside each other historically.
I give the squirrel some
Not
nuts.
even geographically, historically.
They're historically next to each other.
Yeah, Summer, you give a nut to one of the squirrels and it makes all the noises that you heard from that squirrel I sent you on Snapchat.
Yes!
He was very upset that it had a nut and was eating it.
I'll be right back real quick.
Fuck! Wait, no, I needed this. Shit! God
No,
damn it.
because like it had the nut and it was just going, ha, ha, no, 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 ha. It's like, what's wrong? You have a nut.
It's having a rough time.
I guess. That being said, you are in the ruins of Asteris. You can do anything that you please here.
It really just couldn't get its
my
mind around how
socks!
to eat it. You know, it's a real tough nut to crack. All right, now on that note, I'm gonna go.
Let's go.
That symbol's fucking weird. I still don't understand it.
Boop, 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 boop. Hold on.
So which way were we directed? Bellevue?
Exactly.
Bellevue.
Okay, so yes.
Bellevue direction.
I would also say that he'd probably point that out if you asked directions because you just didn't do that in character. But if you pulled out your map in front of Elias, he'd show you general destinations of the area. Excuse me. My map. In this region, right here, is Bellevue. Somewhere around there. There are also a few outlying cities or towns in the area, various settlements. And he generally said that people were traveling this way, southeast, around the
They
East
were
Ridge,
going into the duck cheek.
into the Duck Cheek. He didn't mention anything that's happening to the west, but that does not seem to be your prerogative to head that direction. So, one direction you can head is Bellevue. Another direction you can head is to the north of the lake and hope for the best, although you do not have much intel on that location, and try to find a way around. You could also try to walk around. Might be safer, but that's a long way to walk.
When we go to Bellevue, we're gonna have to deal with the Holy Empire, but that's out of character knowledge.
Man, that sounds like a problem for future us.
Don't we also have to deal with the Holy Empire anyway, because we're going into the Holy Empire?
Yeah, but like this is the area that they're like invading, so they're gonna be like more assholey.
What are they
That's
gonna do
fair.
to us? We're just travelers. It's not
Yeah,
like
I
we're
think
dedicated.
I think they might be
Corsian, I
more
don't belong
concerned with,
here, just let me
the
through.
demons.
How
Yeah.
about you just, not act like a Quartzian?
We're not affiliated with fucking Ruby Kingdom, so what does it matter?
I'm a proud Quartzian knight. Let me through.
I will point out, Carista's dressed in like a copy of like Ruby Kingdom's like attire.
Yeah, you got your Westaboo outfit on.
Yeah, I got my Westaboo outfit on, and I don't know how much of a problem that's gonna be.
I mean, it suits the area. It just looks like a little more formal than like if you went to like a peasant town, like you would look
extra.
yeah, you look like you're like dressed for the gala, and everyone's just like, look at this fucking chick. She's like, what is wrong with her? She's too good for our little peasant dresses. Curtsies.
Well, there's a lot wrong with Carissa, but it has nothing to do with her.
Yeah, but nobody wants to talk about the things that are wrong with her. It's crazy, bro.
One of those
Also-
things being now her undead no longer look like just chill farmer people. They look like cultists in black and red robes.
It's true.
It's
Also,
her
can you make-
entourage.
Can you make
What?
Bellevue white text like you did the other things?
It's really crazy that nobody sees a problem with any of the things Chris does except for Ren.
It's fine.
It just
Like I said, Lance chooses to
The undead
ignore.
haven't been a problem.
It
Lance
is-
has selective
that's
hearing
not
and
what we're
selective
talking about.
seeing.
just everything.
Selective hearing, selective seeing. I have deniability.
No, you don't.
I have deniability. I didn't hear it.
Yes, you did.
However,
Nope, you can't prove that I heard it.
what
It's just like you just like shout next to Lance like I committed war crimes, and Lance is just like la la
Nope,
la la
I didn't
la.
hear it. I didn't hear it. She didn't do it. I didn't hear it.
I actively stole a historical artifact. I don't know.
No, I didn't hear it. I didn't
I-
see it. I
I
don't know.
I wasn't there. It's just hearsay, man.
I can't wait for us to just be like 2 countries away and I could just drop that. It's like, I stole that elven chain, by the way.
You what? No, I'm kidding.
We're not going back. Like,
I'm surprised you haven't announced it yet.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Why would you need to tell us?
He's gonna kick your
We need-
fucking
we need-
ass.
He needs a 2-country minimum.
I need. Oh wait, she's already been in a fight since she's had it.
It's true.
Oh wait, give it a little bit. Let her become accustomed to it.
Just don't say anything, honestly.
It's
Ow.
so like deceitful.
Let her start to become attached to it. Then you say something, because then she won't want to give it up.
You know, that's stolen. That's stolen right there. Fuck, well, I can't give it up now.
Zoe has stolen something before. I don't deny it.
I never said Ren wasn't manipulative. He just knows when to say the shit to people. It's like, do you really want to return armor? Like 2 countries away? Like 2 months later? Like you've already been through like 4 battles with it? Like
Yes,
it all,
we need to go back right now.
like it smells like you at this point? Chris,
She
did
just
you
said-
just hear that?
She just hit you with the yeah. No, we're gonna go back right now and return this.
No, we're not.
Good morals. We're turning this car around.
I'll go sell it if you're not gonna use it.
Anyway, we move south.
No, please. This is great stalling that we were doing because there's a detail that I forgot. Forgot
Oh.
that
Yeah,
I
I
should prepare for
See,
Bellevue as well.
I got you, Chris.
I only need like 90 seconds.
See, but returning it is easy if we get a teleportation circle of where we're at, and then
Don't.
just teleport back.
Just transport via plants back.
Just don't go to
Friend
the
won't do it.
brothels in Bellevue. You're gonna see Corvus' picture up on the Hall of Fame wall.
MVP customer.
Oh, as I was gonna say, as a customer or as an employee?
I'm not going to.
Because
Oh,
I'm there
God.
at work.
Chris somehow ends up in a brothel. She's like, what is all this?
That's never happening.
Little known fact, early on in Stray Embers, we had a small pause where we all, like, it took a week to do odd jobs to earn money, and Corva worked at a brothel.
Oh
I'll
my
remember
god.
that.
That's
honestly.
actually something that happened.
This was after
I don't think we all did odd jobs. I think that was just you.
All right, I did odd jobs and I worked at a brothel for a week.
Was this after or during the 7 gold?
This was
Way
after.
after. Way after.
It had to be
After.
after because that was session
was-
1.
That was first session. That was the first thing. Corva was like, you know what? I can make money doing this.
And he did.
Rick just won the party for a while. Not because he was a baron, but because he sucked dick.
That being said, you guys venture down. You're heading to Bellevue, correct?
Yes.
Or do you have a
Sure.
different destination? That is up to you.
It's not like it's gonna affect us. Yeah, sure.
Understood. You venture down the roads to the southwest, passing along as you do. To your east, there is a complex series of forests that would otherwise keep you shrouded in various ways from the attention of the demons that are around. However, there is a more open path that travels southwest, and you see various signs that lead toward locations like Lakefront and other towns that would imply it's getting close to the inland sea that is here. Which direction do you choose?
We're just blatantly safe in the forest, by the way.
Perhaps.
No, we're blatantly safe because Neve said she would ward danger away from us.
Ward and protected are slightly different. But which way do you choose?
Why do I even listen to gods anymore? Like, why do I just take any god for, like, their word at this point?
What do you do?
Fucking team decide.
Hello?
Alright, good talk.
Whatever.
Yeah, I thought we were just going to Bellevue. I thought that was fine. Maybe
which
like
path?
maybe which
There's a southeast path and a southwest path. Both will lead to the same location. One passes through a forest. The other takes a maintained road that leads toward the inland sea.
If
Well,
we
would
take
it
the
be
forest, probably get jumped. If we take the main path, probably get jumped by Holy Empire people.
yeah, yeah, why don't we take the I would rather take the forest path. And just like keep on the outside of Bellevue and then reach the coast once we're out of Ruby Kingdom's territory. That's would be my preference, but I defer to the group majority.
I think I'd also prefer the forest, honestly. I don't think I want to deal with people.
Understood. We have 2 abstains, so that is what is going to occur.
That's not what?
What? Lance and Ren abstained.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you and I.
I thought you meant like me and Trollo abstained.
For
I'm
once,
like,
you did not
wait,
abstain.
You didn't abstain.
Yeah.
Yeah, for once, us two aren't the abstainers.
Mostly because Freedom doesn't want to deal with the Holy Empire military.
It is understandable. However, you indeed take the eastern path. It travels you first on road for a little bit, and you make your way toward what seems to have been a peasant village that was based around logging. Many of the trees have been felled and were being worked on in the various logging encampments. They used to have a name. I don't remember what they are.
Mill?
Nevertheless, beyond them and the river that you pass over, you pass through the town itself, which seems to have been ransacked very thoroughly. You see flags for the Holy Empire all around, but they seem to have been slashed and brutally flayed by various things. You also see a variety of what seems to be stains of orange and green upon some of the houses, as well as lots of what seems to be piles of gore in various locations. Also smells delightful, as you might imagine.
Oh, that's a lot of gore.
I don't smell anything.
We know.
Oh, you're lucky.
This is horrible. Who did this?
Probably make a good guess on the demons.
So it's either the demons or the Holy Empire is a lot worse than we thought they were, but
Can I make a? Go ahead and finish what you're gonna
I
say.
was just gonna say I'm willing to put my money on the demons.
Yeah, can I like make a medicine check just to determine if this was either man or beast?
Sure. Medicine check.
Hatchat 27.
Yeah. Investigating some of the bits of people. The two things that are distinct are any pieces of armor that you find, most of them being what seems to have been fine plate. Usually have huge claw marks that just rip straight through it. Some of the pieces of bodies that are left seems to have been gnawed on. So either the Holy Empire has become very cannibalistic lately, or you have your answers.
Are there any like small bits of of demons that could have possibly been killed at the time and around too?
Give me an Arcana check at advantage.
Oh,
You have advantage because you're a demon.
it's wow, 15.
You're
Yeah.
own.
You don't
Oh,
see
no.
anything super indicative of that, but analyzing some of the stains that seem to be around, you just spend a little bit of time on them, but they seem to be dried blood, but it's certainly not human blood. It seems that demons may have colorful blood.
Oh boy, they're Homestuck characters.
Jesus.
Isn't the Hells just the Homestuck universe?
Kinda.
Yeah, the Homestuck universe is hell.
Oh, okay.
I think you're talking about the fandom.
These are
Both.
demons, not devils. It'd be the abyss. Get it right.
You're right.
I
wait-
will-
I could
there was a
make
long
the
time for
fandom.
Chris Fox's world where it basically same thing.
I mean, we fought Bone Devils, so.
It's true.
We should
Elise
probably
did mention something about it.
we should probably tread lightly as we keep going. Don't want to run into the things that caused this.
Lance treads as lightly as he can with his full plate armor.
I easily fix that with
pass
the
without
blessing of
trace up as much as possible. That way we're not leaving any tracks or anything like that.
Every hour I put a blessing of the trickster on Lance.
And so you continue to venture forth into the southern tip of the pervading jade. It is hard going, but with all the experience that Ren has had traveling through dense forests with your giant carriage, it has become a bit simpler. You have learned the basic paths to take. You're generally off-road, and it's very bumpy and uncomfortable, but otherwise you're getting through just fine, if taking a little longer than you might have on a formal road. Eventually you do come to several large spaces where there seems to have been small communities that were existing out here. They seem to be halfling in origin, but they too seem to have been ransacked. The particular community in question that you move through, you see a variety of, once again, people who have been slain in some fashion, and in one particular corner near a cave, there seems to have some sort of bulwark formed to prevent people from entering a cavern. You see that there are several lingering bodies of demons that seem to have impaled themselves on the various pointy sticks that are there to form the bulwark, and they're still living, so they're just kind of like writhing, like, and have not yet expired. There's also just a lot of blood from these demons, as well as just ichor that is just oozing around the bottom of them.
Ichor?
Yeah,
Ichor.
yeah, that's Ichor.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
it's thicker.
New recruit
Either way,
reporting
beyond that, near the entrance of the cavern, you do see what seems to be some smelly carcasses of what seem to be large centaurs that are now lying dead.
Oh, I remember them.
No, this is way too far west for them.
But
It's too
they
too
could've
far west for those
migrated.
centaurs.
They're centaurs. They could migrate.
We met those centaurs in the blood fins.
No, you
This
met
is
them
too
in the
far west.
pervading jade.
We met them in the Jade because we met them before we got to the first pyre.
They weren't this far west.
And they weren't
You're
this far
south at the
west,
moment.
but-
You're southeast, actually.
Yeah.
I meant they weren't this far west of the of where like
You
Where
found
are
them
they
over
right now?
here.
Yeah, it's not that far away.
They are currently here-ish.
yeah, that's not them.
It
They're
could be
currently
them.
deadish.
They could have migrated, but they're still dead.
No, they're probably dead, but that's not them.
We're
Nevertheless,
centaurs. You're
that
dead
ain't our-
now.
That ain't our centaurs.
It's
Not our
our
back.
centaurs.
nevertheless, do you venture forth, continuing into the pervading jade?
Yeah.
You continue more. Eventually, you exit the forest, and it turns back into more mountainous terrain and more rolling hills as it extends, and you begin to take your journey to the southwest. This is where you begin to come upon more roads and begin to see more people. As you're venturing forth, there's lots of people who seem quite haggard. They've literally got everything that they have on their back at this point, and many of them seem to be migrating west. Yeah, they're generally taking roads. Some of them seem fearful of roads and are beginning to just start hiking up hills, and they're just like, that's a good idea for me. They're mostly families, lots of different people. Give me a... Who has the highest insight check?
Me.
Yeah.
Then Odd, give me an insight check.
A 26.
You do note that these people seem to be of multiple cultures and speak slightly different accents. You also see that there is a number of soldiers that seem to be guiding some of them. They seem to be well kept in plate mail that seems to be lined with red and gold.
Do you know those colors, Lance?
You do indeed. They are the colors of the Holy Empire. Lance!
What? Hi. I derped out. What?
He asked if you know the colors of the soldiers that you're seeing, and you do know them as the colors of the Holy Empire.
Oh, yeah, I would repeat that. I thought that was gonna be.
Okay. They appear to be leading them out of the country, I think. Probably evacuation calls were made.
Well, honestly, fuck all of them. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know how bad they are, but they're getting people out of this country, so I can't argue.
True.
Do you follow the people to Bellevue, or do you continue on your, outskirt trip, staying away from cities?
I'd say continue on our outskirt trip.
Outskirts.
That is the thing that you do.
Yeah.
As you continue your outskirts journey, you come upon a variety of towns here. There is one town that is bordered by a small grove. It seems to have been largely abandoned, and there are large signs that have been erected on wood posts that have the writing of the Holy Empire.
Now? Where are we right about now?
About here-ish.
Okay, I just want to know if we were near Hollyhead or not. But Hollyhead's more south.
Okay, well that's where you are. However,
we're in Hollyhead?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
But on large posts in the center of town, in writing that is distinct for the Holy Empire, it seems to have evacuation orders that suggest to evacuate to the city of Bellevue for all refugees from the occurrences to the north.
Hollyhead's a town, right?
Yes.
Very small town. Not worth the thing.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at something.
It's not worth it, trust.
No, we're doing it every
God
time.
damn it. The only thing that happened here was we killed a god here.
Is that not important?
I mean,
Not really.
not really. We killed a god
I
here.
expected that
There were
answer.
3 different not reallys there. Holy shit, team.
As
Did you guys plan that? You guys like choreograph that?
It wasn't a very important god.
One of them wasn't even.
No, it
Oh
wasn't very
my.
important
That's
who we
the
were
god
killing the
talking up.
god for.
That's the god saying you talking shit.
Like, bitch.
We killed a god. What else do we do here? We had
You
inverted
had your cultist
Batman.
meeting.
Yeah, we had
There
the
was a
cultist
there was a
meeting.
strange inverted colored Batman going meh, 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 on a rooftop.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry.
If anything, that's what that
No,
town should be
that
known
was-
for.
No, one thing Insano did on the night that we fought the god. He went onto the roof, used some spell to make himself inverted colors, and just stood up there going meh, 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 meh. Just and then he threw rocks at kids.
Yeah, and he threw rocks at kids, and then the god of many faces was like, "Ooh, come down here."
No,
And he was
the
like,
prostitute was
"No,
first,
women-"
and then she was a kid who lured him back into this place, but he was throwing rocks at him.
Wait, so was,
What a fucking set of statements.
I don't understand half
Listen,
the things that happen in
listen.
Stray.
Wait,
Like,
this is
the
Jack?
first 8 months of Stray Embers was wild.
Were you
Yeah,
guys?
Insano just pretending to be Batman for a night, just on the rooftop going.
this doesn't surprise me from
He
Insano.
did that while I was at a cult meeting drinking blood.
Did you guys?
No.
What?
No.
What kind of drugs did you guys do during the first months of?
Just a whole bunch of mescaline.
I had
Some
box with self. We had subtle
mescaline.
flower, some
subtle
bliss.
flower.
No,
I got.
I don't mean
date-
your. I don't mean your characters.
In
I
real
mean,
life.
I mean
Uh,
Summer and Zelfor.
Some subtle flowers.
I didn't do
some
anything. What do you
bliss.
mean?
It's just a whole
Maybe
bunch
a
of
little bit of
mescaline.
skip here and there.
Baked potato.
I didn't do anything. If anything, you'd be asking what Insano was on that night.
Yeah,
Listen.
I don't want the kinds of drugs that Insano's on. He also does his taxes day by day. I don't want that.
Wait, what? Hold on, wait, what?
We'll
Hold
talk
on.
about this later. Let's go. Let's continue.
No.
You
So,
continue.
like I said, not really.
You continue further to the south on your like outskirts trip. You see a few more people, but the people seem to be tapering off. And usually anyone who seems to be in this area are being escorted directly by soldiers that seem to be serving the Holy Empire out to the west. You do begin to see a few people who have small camps that they've made. And anytime that you make camp near or with them, if you so choose, you do note that in the morning they seem to be heading to the southeast. You eventually come to a small mining community that has a little hill to the north side that has some old ruins on it. This city seems to have been attacked, and there's a garrison here of Holy Empire troops. They are holding the fort, and they seem to be using the space to direct people around the area, mostly going to Bellevue or fleeing to the border to the Holy Empire. And you can consult with them if you choose. By this time, though, you are about in this region right here. And Odd, in particular, you have a pull coming from this direction. Your pull is slowly oriented itself the further south you traveled.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to remember what kind of shit we got up to in Heraclea.
Did you guys go to Heraclea?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, they were. They were at
We
Heraclea
traveled
before they
all
got
throughout the
stuck.
Holy Empire.
Yeah, you guys in Lonesome West, you have the whole continent to show for your smattering affairs, but like for them it was like here and then back here and then like over here and then back here and then
No,
down
it's
here
the
then up here and then up
Marrows,
here, and it's
And
just
then
like
Bastion.
they've been like
I
all
think
over like that.
Their map is
the-
more. Their map's more condensed. Ours is more diverse.
They're
So-
working the micro, we're playing the macro.
Also,
So-
as for the things we did in Heraclea, that's where we, trashed Dublin's house.
Oh yeah!
No.
And that's my guess as to why the guy that Charist is looking for is over here, because Dublin's not there anymore, and he was a noble.
Here, this is about
So-
the furthest we've gone on country-wise. From there to there is like the furthest, like.
Nope.
Oh wait,
over
we did.
here.
Okay, yeah, we went
here.
here, but only one spot here.
This
Like,
is
we
the
didn't-
triangle.
We haven't traveled in the Zeme at all yet. The only reason
So-
we went to Kimberly is because we have the teleportation circle there.
So, a few sessions ago, this was Jerry and I, and now this is Zelfor and Summer.
Yeah.
Bringing it back.
It's well, like,
No,
all
I think
of
it's
this
more
shit-
so like we're the people watching the
It's true.
Fresh
I
Prince
mean-
of Bel Air.
Okay, that's
we
fair.
haven't
While you guys are the
physically-
touring it, we're the ones like. Well, no, this is Summer
Summer's
is in
still
the
him.
screen. I'm outside the
Yeah.
screen watching the TV show.
We haven't
You're
been
the driver.
in
You're-
the
no,
Holy
he's the-
Empire though in
he's a live
over
studio
a
audience.
year. That's why it's
You-
like, oh yeah.
You'll also
Zelf is
know.
the,
Oh, go.
I was gonna say Zelf is the live studio audience that's laughing every time Will Smith says something.
You'll note that the mining community that you were in is where that ruin was found up on the hill. The one you just passed by. Oh, hold on. I got bots coming in. Wait for
I
it.
don't know.
Oh,
for it.
oh.
Yeah.
bots.
They'll make me famous on Twitch. Don't worry.
Dude, you
Ah.
want to be famous?
I do. That being said, you guys continue venturing away from Bellevue. Every once in a while, you'll meet some soldiers that ask if you're okay, if you need any supplies or provisions to get you to where you're going. But generally, you say you're fine. Again, you can discuss with any of them if you choose. Now that you are in this location, though, you're about southeast of Bellevue. Odds Pull is coming from basically due west. You can continue to skirt around, or you can head to Heraclea and decide what to do.
I'd like to go to Heraclea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got no reason to go to Bellevue.
Understood. You continue to the southwest of your position, eventually coming to what seems to be a large wall that has been erected. There's a large contingent of soldiers here, to the size of armies. There's huge camps here, and they are creating a lot of pollution in the area, cutting down lots of trees, making lots of ditches, and maintaining this ramshackle wall that seems to be here. You approach them and discuss with them to various means, and in noting that you are pilgrims heading to Heraclea, and denoting that you're not involved in any way with the Ruby Kingdoms, they are fine to let you pass through. And they all give you like these small little bits of parchment. They say to keep them safe. They have you sign them, and they basically say that you're refugees, that you're moving through, and it's just like their easy way of processing you guys through the border. If that all makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Define sense.
Very.
I have so many IDs. I have more IDs than I do in real life.
I mean, that's how it goes when passing through many countries.
We need. When are we gonna have a global passport?
One day.
In real life or in session?
That's when you get
Fashion.
teleport free.
Nice.
You're asking for a lot.
Why can't you be the god of passports?
The god of
Ooh, because I'm the god of thieves. You think we need a passport?
Nevertheless, passing through the walls that separate the Ruby Kingdoms from the Holy Empire, you note that the armies that are stationed here seem to be quite brutally defending against an onslaught of not soldiers, but now armies from a different plane, ones that seem to attack regularly to this location, but they have been trying to thwart it off as best as they can on land, while people on sea have their own struggles to deal with. You completely round about Bellevue, as you do, and you go to the open fields of the Holy Empire. There are more condensed roads. These seem to have been made largely by the armies that are needing to bolster their supply lines to this walled fortification that they've made on the border. As you venture forth, you can continue heading southwest and continue skirting around the large lake, or you can head toward the lake and then toward Heraclea. Your choice.
I really have no inclination either way.
Yeah, I don't think there's a. I don't know if we have a preference.
Yep. I need to know which way, though. You guys are about here. Odd, your pull is... well, if it works. Odd, your pull's coming from that direction.
How close is it?
On maps, it's hard to tell. However, it seems to be pointing from a due northwest position.
What were the options to get to Heraclea again?
You can continue to skirt around as you've been doing, just kind of like avoiding large settlements and head into Heraclea, or you can just dart over to the lake or to the inland sea and then go down the coastal roads.
I'm down for that Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, if we've got these like passes, if they let us get by without being interrupted, then that's chill.
Where you heading?
So we're in the middle of just like a large field right now, right?
You're kind of like on the other end of the wall. There's still a lot of garrisons of armies here. There's lots of people to just talk to. It's basically like a small town, but it's just mostly tents and everything.
It's a tent town.
Yeah, essentially. There's also large sections that are reserved for refugees who literally just got across the border and have nothing, so they're just kind of like chilling there for a few days. But most soldiers here seem to be directing people both to Heraclea and to various towns to the south of here.
I'm good with going towards the inland sea.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
and
Understood.
keeping a note on where my pole is at all times.
You begin to head that way, indeed. And once you get to the sea itself, you see that there are various ships upon the horizon. They seem to be sailing about in a patrol-like fashion. Most of them are quite small, but they seem to be aware of dangers that may exist on the sea, even as there are extraplanar beasts about. Throughout this area, you can tell that this is a very well-maintained space because there's a large brick road processioned like an avenue all the way along the coast, and it's been the land here has been molded around this road to make sure that it is pleasant and beautiful to travel down. So it's actually quite easy to take those travels. However, basically the whole way down this road is just this ongoing refugee encampment that just like it's cropped up upon the side of the road, and it just keeps going because it makes it convenient for these people to just dart across the road and try to catch some fish in the inland sea. It is ramshackle to say the least. There's lots of people, all of them in quite dire straits, none of them with much to their name as you continue on this path. The path does, however, continue to lead to Heraclea eventually. Shall you continue northwest?
Yeah.
Yes.
And as you do, you come to a small fishing village, as you do, just upon the sea. However, in this position, as you're continuing about your way, about noontime, in your present circumstance, Odd, your pull shifts to the hard left and then behind you.
You just see Odd jump out of the cart and just start following it.
What? Where are you going?
He's doing his thing.
It's close.
Oh.
Oh, I'm just gonna stop the cart. I guess we're gonna spend a little bit of time here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oopsie. I gotta change plans as DM. That's just what I do. Do.
Yeah,
I fixed it.
I like that you prepared stuff for Bellevue and we avoided it.
That's what happens sometimes. I just need a new picture.
I mean, you didn't pan it out to be like a place to go to. Very well.
It's
Fuck
not
that place.
It's not about. It's about where you want to go, not where I want you to go. However,
Fair, but
Yeah, but also fuck that place.
oh god.
you begin to venture through the town here. It is not great. It seems to have been a poor town when you first got here, or when it was first made. But it has grown in size exponentially because of the various refugees that are here. There's lots of homeless people that are around looking for work, kind of just begging on the street or kind of just giving up where they might be. And what are you going to do as you follow your pull?
I'm gonna try to get as close as possible where it's just like I can pinpoint where it's coming from, not necessarily go straight up to it.
Understood. You kind of weave your way over toward the main square of this small town, with like rushing through the street and scaring away a million seagulls as they go in every direction. However, around this main square, you see people going about their market business as they do. But down one street seems to be where your pull is coming from, off to the left of your current location.
Hold on, repeat that last bit.
Off to the left of your current location in this large market square, down one of the roads, seems to be where your pull is coming from.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll go in there then.
You head over that direction, and indeed, in this busy space where there's just lots of people hanging out on the sides of the roads, many of them ask you for any change that you might spare them, begging to your adventurous self for anything that you might have. However, a few people down in one of the awnings of a small building, you see what seems to be a young girl. She is sitting. She looks a bit downtrodden in her present state. You can only imagine that she is one of the refugees, but your pull seems to be directing you in that direction.
I'll walk up to her.
Indeed. Indeed. I wish that Roll20 worked, but it's just.
Do we
giving them
also
so
have people
much-
asking us for money and stuff like that?
Yeah, as you go around, everyone's just seems a bit rough around
I
the
give
edges here.
150 people 1 platinum.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
If you choose so, that is the thing you can do. Are you sure you want to do that?
I have 150 platinum, so I will give 150 people 1 platinum. Because I think 1 platinum should be enough to get them by
Man,
for
you're
a
gonna have
while.
some people shaking you down. Jeez.
Yeah, you quickly start causing a scene as you're gifting out money, and people begin to harangue you for more. Do you do anything about that, or do you just let them venture around you like crazy?
I eat my sword at the wall and then I vamp it back to me.
Okay, this doesn't seem to bother them.
That's
Sign
a
of
weird scare
dominance.
tactic.
This is my sign of dominance.
They
Ladies
just
and gentlemen,
dominance
I
means
give
your
you
shit.
the heirloom's grace. If you betray it, he shall smite you down in these times.
give me a persuasion check.
The heirloom is he's lovely, but I will still smite you down, and so will he. Oh God!
What did you get?
Just one of those days.
This
One
is
of
the
those days.
equivalent of the I am not the Messiah. He is the Messiah.
yeah, a little bit.
Just like, the heirloom will give me the power to smite all of you. You're here to save us. What?
I don't think that's the message.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be nice.
That is understandable. These people do appreciate the effort. I don't
I also
appreciate
hand out
it.
extra medical supplies because I actually have like extra medical supplies on me.
What medical supplies do you have?
I have a bunch of bandages and splints from when I would splint myself and had bandages for my eyes and stuff like that. I have a shit ton of extra because I would always buy extra.
Understood. Again, give me a medicine and a persuasion check, please.
Medicine and persuasion.
I'll inspire for that. And assist for the
Medicine.
persuasion.
And then I get assisted for the persuasion. I'll add the
Really, I
what's your
could guidance you
inspiration
too.
dice?
D6.
I'll let you
do
guidance it. You can guidance
I'll-
either one.
I'll-
Or
I'm
no,
doing the
guidance one or the other.
D6. I'm doing the D6 on the persuasion, and I'll do the guidance on the medicine. Alright, so that's a 22 medicine, 17 on persuasion. I'm sorry, I
helping.
sidetracked that.
No, that is okay. Eventually, as you begin to pass these things out, the local people who are keeping the peace here, some soldiers decked out in their finest for the Holy Empire, consult with you a bit. They kind of like harangue you a bit about like what you're doing while you're causing a ruckus in the streets. You show them your paperwork as refugees, and they decide that they're going to try to coordinate with you once you actually, once they actually determine that you're a knight of the Crown of Courts. They're like, okay, well at least you know what you're doing. Come over here and help us out.
Okay, I help.
They set up a few stands for you and anyone of the rest of the group who would like to aid to
Yeah, sure.
divvy out benefits to the needy who are in this small town. With that, is anyone else following Odd?
Not my bag.
It's totally up
Jimmy,
to you.
Jimmy will follow on.
Jimmy, or Odd, do you want Jimmy to follow you? You can outrun the
wave.
Skelly boy.
He's not a skeleton. He's a ghoul. He has 30 feet of movement.
You can outrun. He can still outrun it.
I'm gonna be real. I don't need Jimmy with me.
Jimmy's just there to help.
Jimmy can stand in the back line. How about that?
Understood.
Jimmy will stand 30 feet, follow 30 feet behind you.
I want you just to understand how fucking suspicious that looks.
It's fine.
Like, think about the way he's dressed and think about how far away he's standing, just looking ominously.
That being
It's
said, from the distance, you do see a little girl who just seems to be a bit sad and downtrodden, and seems to be all alone.
Can I gauge get an age?
Insight check.
Gotta open the sheet. 26.
Um,
I'm rolling well today.
You really are. Couldn't be older than 12. She seems quite young.
Ah, okay. Just go up to her and just like, hey, how are you faring?
Do you have any money, sir?
I do, but before that, how are you doing through all this?
It's all confusing. Everything was nice before. And then the armies came, but then they helped? I don't know. I miss my mommy and daddy. Have you seen them?
No, I haven't, but I could try to help you find them.
I don't know where they are. It was scary. There was fire and screaming.
Well, where are you from?
That is a good question. Please hold. I don't know the name of the town. Because it is not from here. It is from somewhere else. I'm from a small town. It's called Hanover.
Did I come across any town like that on our way
She's
here?
so fucking
not.
cute.
Son of a bitch. Assume I've got the map. Where is that at? Do you know?
And she kind of like looks over the map. She seems a bit interested by it, almost like it's kind of exciting to look at. She just kind of like leans in close to you as she's looking around it. Here. And she points at the map. She points at the big star for Odessa in the center of the country.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Yikes.
That far?
You hate to see it.
Remember, she said the town that she's from.
Yeah, it's a small town around Odessa, I'm guessing.
You could ask.
Ask her how far away from Astris it was.
It's true.
Because Astris is like a day outside of Odessa.
Have you ever been to Astris before?
Daddy went there once when he was taking trips up to the capital.
Okay, do you know about how far that was from Astris?
He said days and days.
Yeah, she's not gonna be much help.
Poor baby girl.
Give an insight check.
Yeah, okay. 25.
You have a kind of like a vision of your past now that you're kind of like dwelling on her, like what's going on here. So you just kind of like think back for a little bit, and you remember a time when you were about a similar age, probably like 8 or 9. You were in a small elven colony that is along the spine that is down in the horizon, and you met this human adventurer. He was going to take a trek down to the hereafter and try his luck at adventuring down there, so he was very impressive by your standards. He showed you a map of the entire country of Horizon, which you'd never seen before. He's asked you where you thought you were, and you pointed to the capital, and he just kind of laughed at you and like directed you on the map. It's like, no, you're right over here, little kid. You remember
Alright.
this because that's a time when you hadn't seen a map before. You can imagine she's in a similar situation.
Ah, got you. So days and days out.
Well, also, for your perspective,
Yeah, map would be nice, thank you.
she pointed, she's from here. You are presently here.
Yeah.
Odds are she's, if it's days and days from where she was, it's probably not here. Especially
Yeah.
if you're over here.
Because this is more so like a few weeks, probably.
Not a few weeks, but a few days.
A few days.
It was like 2 days from here to there, maybe 3 days, and then about the same distance to Odessa from Astris.
Oh, she's from Hollyhead.
Well, I'm just giving that because it's on the map. Because this is your trip that you made.
Mm-hmm.
Poor girl, she's from Hollyhead. I remember when the people turned into like zombie flesh creatures.
How long have you been here?
I don't know. Been a long time.
God. Well, here. Why don't you come with me? Maybe me and my friends could possibly help you out.
Okay. She just kind of like takes your hand. She seems a bit confused, and you do hear a few people like on the like sides of the road, just kind of like glaring at you, just like.
By the way, what's your name?
My name is Lilith.
That's a nice name. My name is Odd. Not as nice of a name.
I think it's okay.
Well, that's a first. As he's just leading her to the rest of the group.
That you do. You indeed lead her to the rest of the group, who you find has now become part of the charity organization in the town.
Alright, guys.
Do we get tax benefits for this?
Can I push my agenda?
tax break?
As
Can I
much
push
as
my
I,
agenda with this?
as much as I approve of you, Knight, you don't live here, so you don't pay taxes.
Yeah, I know. I was making a joke. It's okay.
I mean, for Ren, you can whisper a thing or two while you're handing out goodies to people.
Absolutely.
And you're just passively doing that. You don't need to worry about rolls.
Alright, so what'd she say? Lidith?
Her name is Lilith. Zoop, zoop, zoop,
Yeah,
zoop,
Dude,
zoop.
that's
type
a
it,
lit
please.
name.
Lidith, yeah, that's exactly as I said. Okay. Hey guys, so this is Lidith. She's been here for a while apparently, and
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
You have lots of friends.
yeah, they're great friends to me.
Oh, the undead wave.
She's missing her parents apparently. The thing is, we don't know exactly where she lived. Well,
All right, cracks knuckles. I've been to this
I'll get it
country a
out
few
of her.
times.
Oh.
All right, little girl. I'm gonna make you tell me where you're from.
What was your
Why are you
favorite
there?
thing to see in your city?
What is your favorite thing to what in your city?
To see in your city, like a pretty place.
There was a big rock on a hill.
What made the rock so pretty?
Cause you can climb it, you can get really high up, and you can stand there, and the wind blows your dress and your hair, and you're like, look at everything.
All right, I don't get anything from that. All right,
do you know how big your home was?
Not very. There were only 2 people who were my age, and there was like one who was a little older. Everyone else left. He always went to
Was-
the capital. Daddy said it was
was-
great there.
Was there anybody important that lived in your city? Like, did mommy and daddy say always respect so and so because they run the town or something like that?
Mm-mm.
All right, no nobles. Ah!
Did your town have... Were all the houses made of wood, or were there some, like, big stone buildings?
We got it from wood. Daddy said he made it with his own hands. From the description, you guys are gathering that this is just a tiny hamlet that she's from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even seem to have a mayor.
I don't think the kid would be able to answer this question.
What were you about to ask them?
You can ask it a bone character if you choose.
Like, because she said that like her dad would like travel to Odessa, right? If she watched her dad leave, in correlation to where the sun was in the sky, which way would he be heading?
Good ask.
Because like,
That's not a terrible question.
yeah, because
Might
it's
run.
like if he's traveling towards Odessa, and like the sun is like coming up on her left, then you like most likely he's going to be traveling in like this direction. I was thinking, yeah, I don't know, man.
I think it would be best to first ask, did your dad leave at dawn?
Yeah.
If then, where was the sun when he left?
Yeah, but I don't know that one.
I feel like
Endgame.
she wouldn't understand that.
You can try. It doesn't hurt to try.
Oh,
I don't know this information.
At the worst, she's just like, I don't know, and then
Yeah.
it's the same as if we didn't ask.
actually, do you know what your daddy's name was? Or no, actually, no, take that back. Ask a different thing. Do you happen to have anything of your parents'?
Mommy gave me a feather. She kind of like reaches into her the front of her dress and pulls out a necklace that has a feather tied to the end.
That's good. Do you know what her name was?
Her name was Amy.
Amy?
Mm-hmm.
Annie. Oh, I thought you said Annie.
Okay.
Amy.
Do you mind if I use the feather real quick? I might be able to use it to track down your mommy easier.
That's weird. Okay. She just takes the necklace off and hands it to you.
I lean over to her. It's magic, and I
Really?
wiggle my fingers.
Yeah.
We know magic.
Oh.
Yeah, at that point I'll pull out the crystal ball, like set it down and like to where she can see everything that I'm doing, and I'll start wait. I need a last name as well from her.
You want some real magic, kid? Yoink Sai out. No, I don't actually do that, but that'd be funny.
No.
I will while Odd's doing this, I will let her pet Wraith. If she wants.
Talking cat.
She does indeed pet the cat.
Last name as well?
Do you ask her last name?
Yeah.
My last name is Garula.
Garula. Alright, so I will cast Scrying on an Amy Garula. I have an object of hers, so that takes away from it. Hold on.
Does it-
I know what you're gonna ask.
Yeah, you know.
Finish any related questions before he scries.
Does the feather count as the mother's, or if it was specifically given to the daughter?
That is a good question.
I mean,
Like, if it was given with the intent for it to be the daughter's, it'd be the daughter's at this point. Like, the reason the feather worked for my mother is because she never intended for that to, like, go to anyone. It just sort of... She just sort of left.
Meanwhile, the scarf was...
I'll leave that up
Longer
to
hers.
Chris. If
Yeah.
I know what it does, but do you choose to scry with this feather?
Yeah.
You do so. The crystal ball begins to channel itself magically for a moment, and as you call out the name of the person that you're looking for, the magic dissipates.
She's dead, Jim.
Dead.
Or she's on another plane.
I was gonna say I don't think so, but that's not... It's not entirely a impossible
Given what we
scenario.
know above game,
She's either dead or she's in the dirge, buddy.
I hope you just say that to the kid, just like slap him on the back, just like...
Well, but
Kid, your mama's either dead or she's in the dirge.
what's the dirge?
Oh god, why is her voice changed?
And what was your daddy's name?
Beep, 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 beep. I wrote it down, but I closed that window. I'm Cody.
Cody.
I was gonna say, I hope it's something dumb like Daniel, but it turned out to be Cody, so yeah, it was something dumb.
Something
Fuck
good
you,
like Daniel.
Cody. I'll do the exact same thing. A cast Scrying again for Cody Garula.
Interesting. Let me double check this. Blah, 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 blah.
It'll end up being a +5 to the save.
Dun, 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 dun. How would it be a +5?
Because I know the target's second hand.
Target second hand. That would be first hand for +5. Oh no, I see what you're saying. No. I'm confused.
Yeah, first hand is I just met them once.
Oh, you've never met
I've not
this
met
person.
this person at all. I've heard of this person.
Okay, yeah. I just forgot how the rolls work. Go ahead and make the roll.
No, they have to make a
No,
wisdom
he
save.
makes the
They
roll.
have to make the roll.
The roll is a wisdom save.
Okay, and please make a 1d20, please.
Okay. 11.
Yeah, so they get whatever their wisdom is plus 5.
So that is a failure, correct?
My DC is 18, I'm pretty sure.
I see. Understood. And a D100, please, not a D20.
Ha! 90.
That is sufficient.
Chris, this is one of those spells where it just doesn't work on a different plane.
Oh, then it is insufficient.
Yeah.
The magic begins, and then it seems to try to connect with something, but fails.
The number you're trying to call is disconnected or is no longer in service.
Essentially.
Oh no.
So I know that they're not dead. I just know that it can't connect. Is that
There
what I
was a
can-
target, but it
There's a target to connect to, but it cannot seem to connect.
Okay. So I'll just break from that.
it's like when you're stuck in authenticating when you're trying to reconnect to a Discord channel.
God, fuck off.
What?
Oh,
That's
Gary
happened to
blames
me
you
with-
specifically.
I feel personally attacked.
What? I didn't. Okay.
Listen, I've got to have some ginger to blame.
awesome. Yeah. As soon as that breaks away, so I didn't feel anything on your mother, but I was able to glean that your dad's still around.
You can feel them? What is that like?
It's like when you're connecting to someone, but for my case, I couldn't do it fully.
That doesn't really make sense.
Magic's weird. Maybe you'll learn when you're older. But God, I can't believe I just said that not in regards to sex to a kid.
You'll learn when you're older. Magic and sex.
They're just alike.
Maybe you'll learn both at the same time.
Oh.
Wait,
Some of the things some people can do are magical. Let me tell you.
Or you might just end up drugged by a magic potion, and then you get to experience both at once.
That's also true.
so I just need
Yikes.
to ask this for an in character perspective. We know nothing about like the dirge being opened and like people getting sucked in, right?
Not beyond what tiny amounts of info you've heard, like other
Not-
planes and stuff.
Not beyond like that. One or two cities are in there right now.
Well, you know, Astros is on the Astral Sea, and you don't know anything about what's going up in the capital.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll ask this: do you know where your daddy was going the last time you saw him?
The last time I saw him, he was home.
How did you get here?
I was scared, so I walked around for a while. I was looking for people. I found some people and we were walking a lot. And then there were some monsters, so we all had to run. And they pushed me down a cliff, and it hurt a lot. And then some soldiers found me, and they brought me here. Their armor's really shiny.
Why were you scared and looking for people? What happened before that?
I don't know. It hurt my head, and I was bleeding. It was really scary.
Was it like a loud sound?
Something was loud, but then I had to crawl out of it all. There were only a few people, and we were all scared and hurt.
Oh god.
What?
I wonder if she was near that explosion that happened out to the west.
Explosion. Where was that at again?
You do remember that you were flying up in the air when an explosion came out from the west, and it rocketed your boat down from the sky to the ground.
Yeah, but we don't know. I don't know if we know exactly where that was.
Well, I'm just gonna say, You can put two and two things together. You were here. Explosion was here in this area.
Okay. So, yeah, we're not gonna be able to determine what hamlet she's from, but yeah, there's only really one and there's a couple answers to where her dad could be. He either can't be scryed on because of like some magic, or
sorry,
he's-
don't look at that. I was
Looking at-
reading it.
or for some reason he's on a different plane entirely. Wait, Ren, didn't you say Corvo was on a different plane?
I mean, yeah, but I
Does he
don't
recognize
understand
the
what
name
has to do
Corva?
with...
I assume not. Damn.
Insight.
Fuck me.
Does she recognize the name
Of what?
of Corva?
No.
Okay.
Shit. I'm a good Baron.
She's not from your barony.
I know, but I think I'm famous.
Famous in your
I know.
barony.
Please don't
Are
tell
you
me
famous with 12-year-old girls?
Please don't tell me this sweet child's father is in that wherever the hell Corva is.
I don't think he's in hell. I think he's somewhere else.
What?
Ren.
Just read him and have a shit-eating grin. Chris is dead serious.
There are days. There are days.
Of what?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay.
Could you
There are days of nothing.
Oh.
Could you send in Corvo real quick to ask if any more people got sucked into the plane that he was sucked into?
Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna try to send in Corva.
The usual things account for. Give me the
D100.
shekel.
What's the shekel? D100?
D1 hundo.
D100. Bomb. Fail.
That is
Easy.
indeed a failure.
Damn it.
Damn.
About to throw this fucking sending stone.
God.
I wonder if you could scrying me.
Not
No,
on the
You
plane.
only-
point.
Can you only
No.
use? Can you only use that sending stone once a day?
Yeah.
Do you not have? You can't cast sending yourself? No, this is a genuine question.
Like a genuine free question or a genuine Chris question?
Both.
No, Freedom, I cannot. I am a level 2 bard. Also, no, Chris,
Uh,
I cannot. I am not experienced enough in the ways of the arcane.
Well
You've
done.
seen what I do. You've seen what I try to do.
Okay, I'm just gonna. And she takes off her ring of spell storing and hands it to him. If you attune to that, there's a sending in there. That's why I was asking.
It's just one of those really rude comments where it's like, where it seems like it's a sarcastic question making fun of somebody for their inability to do something. That's really what it seemed like.
It was. I just wanted to know if you wanted to use the ring. If the spell's already in there, you just have to attune to it. It'll take like an hour.
Yes,
I'm
I very
sorry.
much appreciate it.
That was good. Both of you take a tick of inspiration.
Oh. I don't know.
I
why
still got
I
mine.
deserved it. What?
I really wish you could see the motions I was making in real life. I was very upset. I was very upset by all of this.
When you attune to that spell, you can cast sending, or you can use the shield and identify spell that's also in it, if you
Fuck.
really want to.
Fuck you, identify spell. Fuck you, chicken strips.
What? But I do want that back. It's just so you can cast sending.
You do-
Maybe.
It
Oh,
takes
okay.
like a short rest to attune, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I
Uh,
said it would take like an hour.
Yeah, you take some time, and go ahead and do your sending now, for convenience sake.
Alright, let's try to fucking roll again. Hiya!
That is a failure.
All right.
God.
I put another sending into the ring.
All right. Let's try this again. Hiya!
Hey!
That is
Hey!
a success.
I hurt myself. Just hit
Let
forehead.
me write this out.
Man, I love the ring spell story.
I was tempted to sending Elias of all people, but no, this is great.
What's the guy's name?
Cody. Garula.
Cody Garula? Or just ask in general if people got
What-
sucked in there as well.
Can you spell Garula?
Don't worry about spelling it.
Yeah, don't worry
Cody
about spelling.
Granola.
Garula. Garula.
Mispronouncing names is a very stray Ember's mannerism.
Apparently, it's just a Ruby Kingdom's tradition.
You know,
Well,
there are
well,
days I think Ren would fit in better with Stray than he would with Lonesome.
Just
Have you seen a Mr. Granola? No, I've not met a Mr. Gratuitous.
just trade Ren for Bryden. That's essentially a fair deal.
2, 3, 4.
No, it's not. I'm like, you don't get
Oh,
two
we're looking
tanks.
for a Mr. Mento Soda? I remember Mentriosa. Mento Soda.
Mento soda.
Mentriosa soda.
Man, sometimes I hear about Stray and I'm just like, man, I'm glad I'm on that campaign. And sometimes I hear about Stray and I'm just like, damn, it seems like they're having a great time.
Oh, they're not having a great time.
All right.
Well, not right now, but like you should have seen before we lit all the pyres. That was a trip.
All right, Chris. I'm gonna DM you this one. I gotta. This one's gotta stay secret.
Boy,
God.
give me.
Where the fuck are you in my DMs? There you are. Oh, God,
I'll be
you're
right
so
back
far
real
down.
quick.
Why
Just
does
like a
this one have to stay secret? Did you ask something else in there?
Don't worry about it.
Interesting.
Summer will know, and Summer will judge me.
I bet you're asking if Elias is single.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck if he's single.
He's
When has Ren ever cared if somebody was
Oh,
single?
yeah.
Come on, Zelf, you know this.
Oh
When
yeah,
has
you're
Ren
right.
ever
How?
cared if he's single?
Oh yeah, you're probably asking if he's into men.
No.
Chris, this part, is this directed towards the Lonesome West crew?
That is things that you did that you may or may not want to mention in your sending. I cannot tell you what to send.
Okay.
I'm just bringing you up to current future speeds.
Okay. Dude, the whole capital came in. Lots of dead people. If you hear from Rhea or Lapitas, let me know.
Who the fuck is?
Wait, I'm not done. Also, dude, he has AIDS.
Yeah.
Got him back.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
I didn't say anything that you said that you thought I said. Zelf.
Yeah, but I knew it had to do with Elias and yo. Can I fuck him?
No, nothing of the sort.
Are you and Elias a thing? Question.
No. I asked no question about Elias.
Sure.
Chris
No.
can confirm that.
Yo, are you single?
That's a question.
Even though he said he got married.
Don't ask why Corva knows that.
That was actually going to be my next question. That was actually unironically going to be my next question.
He had to go see a cleric. There was only one cleric willing to see him.
Uh-huh.
It was a very bad cleric.
Uh-huh.
I'm the cleric.
Uh-huh. So
I'll get you those names, by the way.
the entire capital got pulled in.
Oh, fucking lovely.
I'll put them in D&D chat.
Yeah, no,
Child.
That's an I and not an L, by the way. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't able to tell.
That's fine.
We gotta go in there, don't we?
Epetus.
Iapetus.
We can't just leave her dad in there. She's.
This fucking
No,
sucks.
I'm not.
Alright.
I'm not gonna leave this
Why don't we
little
just
girl
bring
alone.
her with us like all your other kids?
It's different. I can't just leave her alone. And where is she gonna go? She has a living family that
Wait a
she knows
second.
about.
Yeah, but we can.
Oh!
But Corva is
Chris,
gonna
I tried
get
to use
it,
my
get it
sending
brought back.
stone. Does that work?
In a moment.
Okay.
But Corva's gonna get them all back, or we can.
It should also be noted, Odd. You have not gotten a message from Yami.
It's true.
This is all just so scuffed.
Now you know what the Stray Embers crew's been feeling. Welcome to the
Well-
campaign.
It's a good thing I had this prepared.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to start ritual casting commune.
Mhm.
What time of day is it right now?
A little afternoon. Like 12:30.
Okay.
I wanna go home.
You can ritually
May I
cast
have my
Commune
ring
though, and then
back?
cast it.
Yeah, take it.
Take my ring back. I put another sending into it for later.
Uh,
Oh.
First question. Her father.
I thought my
got-
stone could still work.
Nope.
Going out. I thought just regular sending was fucked.
This is the going out. But you can go in.
Ah!
Her father got sucked into the same plane that Corva guy did, didn't he?
And the rule for
It's-
this is they can
It's three
ask.
questions: yes or no, or yes, no, or any other type of vague answer that you want to. Vague. Any other type of answer that you want to give within the parameters.
But it has to be at least truthful.
Perhaps.
Hell, you will.
Her mother's dead, isn't she?
Yes.
You wanna ask him if he's ever gonna stop being a little shit?
Every day.
I know the answer, but I just want it to be asked.
If we were for some reason able to get into that plane that they're in, would we even be able to get out?
A strange question for strange times. That is better suited for other souls like myself.
I'm out of questions now.
Long story short, Corva said, "Hey, we can't get out of this plane." AKA, we can't get out of the plane.
Meanwhile, though, while you are ending your commune, you are encompassed in a black void, and the only thing that you see before you is the young girl who seems to be talking to one of the others at the current moment. And as you look forward in this dark abyss that you find yourself, embrace the darkness or kill her. You are returned to normal.
No.
What? Did you say something?
We definitely did.
So,
Right.
wait, do you think you could just talk to her for a little bit real quick? I need to have a word with the others.
Yeah, okay.
I leave Wraith with Zoe and the girl.
All right, I pull them as far out of earshot from her as possible. He just said, embrace the darkness, which he says all the time, or kill her.
Oh, well, fuck that.
What does embrace the darkness mean?
I wish I knew.
Have you tried asking?
He won't give me an answer. Every damn time he says it. But I take it down a different road.
The Raven Lady showed up in a dark cloud.
I'm
She's
not
a different
killing.
god.
I
It's
think
true.
Yami's darkness might predate that a little bit.
Yeah? I mean, there are other gods to ask, though, I guess, what their definition of darkness is. Because maybe the gods' definitions of darkness is different than our meaning in darkness.
I'm not killing her.
That's understandable.
Yeah, none of us are
it's
going to let
probably
you
a good
kill her.
idea.
No.
You know, child murder is really
No way.
on my I will kill you if you kill her list.
Yeah, I think, half the group here would beat the shit out of you if you tried.
Well, luckily for you, I may be a trickster, but I'm not evil.
Never mind.
God, but what do I do? We can't. If I don't even think we can get out of that plane if we do.
Probably not.
Oh, what do I do about her though?
We could take her with us until you figure it out.
I don't want this to turn into another harem situation though. It was convenience enough that we were able to leave him with corpse. For her, you don't have anything like that.
I'm not saying you just take her somewhere. I'm just saying you bring her with us until you figure things out. I mean, she doesn't have anywhere to go.
That doesn't solve anything.
Nobody gives you time to figure things out.
Sure, there wouldn't be much harm in bringing her with us. I mean, most of us are great with kids, and then there's Chris.
What?
Exactly.
Freedom also missed what you said, so.
Excellent. You're playing your character perfectly.
Perfectly. I recognize you said something and then caressed, and that was it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I just don't know.
Well, it seems like your task is to figure out.
This is the one time where the direct answer is not what I wanted. We can't leave her, and we do have to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just tell her that we're going to. We'll just tell her that we're going to see what we can do about her father, and I don't know, come up with something along the way.
So you're gonna lie to her? Because there's nothing that we can do.
What else am I supposed to do? Telling her that her dad's unobtainable and that her mom's dead would break her heart.
Mm-hmm.
We could just say we want to help her. That is true, right?
Of course. I don't want to leave her. I'll just have to figure something out. But do I tell her? Do I tell her that they're gone?
Maybe if she asks about her mom, but I mean, Corva's trying to get back here, so maybe he can figure it out.
It's a waiting game.
It just may take a while.
Maybe. I'll just say that we know some people that might be able to bring him back. I won't tell her the full details, but I'll say that he's lost. That's it. Fuck.
If you think that's what's best, then go for it.
It's either that, or I lose faith in myself as a person. And he just starts walking in her direction. And then just walks up to her and is like, so we know someone who might be able to find your dad, but as far as we know, he's currently lost.
He's lost too? I want to find him.
Well, it's like I said, we know someone who might be able to help him.
Who? I'll talk to anyone.
It's the problem that he's where your dad could be. And we won't know for a while. Until then, we can watch out for you. So we can get word from him.
He said that I should stay here. That way if mommy or daddy comes, I can find them.
Yeah, but I don't trust leaving you here. This place isn't nice at all. It's pretty dirty. And imagine not getting fed well.
I do want to eat food more, but what if I never find them because I leave?
It won't be an issue if we do leave. Because the friend that we talked about will be able to get your dad to us if they're able to get out. If they're able to find them.
Zoe motions to you. Is this the friend that both of us know about? And she just kind of gives a stern nod.
The Baron.
Oh, not the same then. See, it'll be okay. And she just floofs her hair.
That other friend. You and I are gonna have to have a talk about that later.
Okay.
And he just turns back to I keep forgetting the name. Lidith?
Yes.
Yeah, turns back to Lidith. Until then, all I'm asking is that you trust us. We're gonna do our best to get your daddy.
Okay.
All right, and then and at that point, I don't know what. I don't know. Otto will probably do his best to just pay off some guards. Yo, can we get a little bit more food for this girl?
With the charity that your group is doing.
Rations that you can have.
But with the charity unit that your group had, she's able to get a meal quite
thank
easily
you.
enough.
All right. Then after that, pulling Zoe away,
You do so.
that friend, Yami, I'll tell you verbatim what he said. Embrace the darkness or kill her.
She kind of has like a stern face as she thinks it over. What do you think
I'm
he
not-
means?
I don't know, but I'm not killing her. I'm definitely not leaving that poor girl for dead. Her dad's trapped in the same plane that Baron is.
I don't think we should go there.
No, I don't even think we. I don't think we'd even be able to get out. Right now, Corva is trying to, but I don't think everyone will be able to get out, even if he can.
I have a question that's been bothering me. I know it's a little off topic, but seems kind of similar. Do you mind?
Go ahead.
I had a friend. Both lived at the academy together. They came up from the east side of the island. They were really nice, but the reason that they moved to the academy is because their family lost their home. Lived there for generations, and they had this big, beautiful farm. We even got to see the fields, but the town was destroyed during a typhoon. Everything was gone. It was just all wiped out. Family moved up north. They wanted her to have a good education. Not much of a question, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you lose everything, what should you do? You try to rebuild, or try to start new?
Well, I tried to get Aaron to start new, and he did. Lucinia felt like she wouldn't budge, so I just gave her as best a path as I could. For her, I pretty much put him on a different one.
What would you do? Like yourself. That was your town. You go back home to a place that no one was, or you go off and try to do something new.
I've never been one to sit still, so I'd go off and do something else.
It's kind of how I felt too. Sure.
It was always this, as he's just like pointing, like tapping his head with his finger. Always felt like I needed to be somewhere else.
For her, I don't know. Kinda scary that Yami had to kill someone, but I won't say that it's not different from people like us. People like me. Lots of threads have died.
This entire time he's been trying to make me decide what to do. He never told me to exactly do anything. It feels like he's been just wanting to see what I do.
She kind of like gives a hold on finger to you for a moment, and then she like backs up and gives like pulls her hands to her face and seems to give a prayer out. She finishes her prayer and says, "That's an interesting sign then. Means that whoever this girl is, or whatever he wants from all this, means that it's related to him directly. Gods here are a little strange. Since they don't have a lot of power, they can't really do a whole lot. If they need something, and they have the power directly, they'll ask directly. time when everything happened. Back then, she kind of like nods to the east, referencing Bastion. Inmei said something to me. It seemed weird. Didn't think anything of it, but, well, you know the rest.
What does he want with a bunch of kids? All of them younger to me, but but to Aram, it's been since I was a kid. And I'm much older than him. Why?
What do they want with any of us? Learn so much, and there's still so much to learn. I don't really know.
All I know is feels like that he's just being an observer. And God,
That might be all he can do.
and I'm going to keep doing what I feel like is best in the situation.
And then he's seeing things through new eyes. That's what she said.
Yeah, I just don't know where we're going to take her.
I don't know, but all I can really say is this. Feeling confused, you need a new way to look at things. You know who to talk to, and it's not me. And she taps her chest a few times.
Did she even listen?
Always here. Just can't do a whole lot. That's the goal, right? Give them more chances to hear, more chances to do.
I always felt like just one set of eyes was always on me. That's it.
Gotta be a reason for all of it. Have to make sense of it. It's like a puzzle.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like I'm too impatient for those. I don't know. These are a lot of the things I worry about with this journey that we're on.
Makes more sense than you might think.
How's it been for you, though? I know things haven't been exactly pleasant. With everything that hits us, especially back in the Confederation.
Been a lot of times where I've been worried. Miss Maki and Miss Ashna. Miss everyone, really. Miss home. Even though we've gone back there a few times. Doesn't really feel like home anymore. Feels kind of different. Everything feels kind of different now. There's demons walking around everywhere. What are you gonna do about it, though? I kind of think about that sometimes before I go to sleep, but sometimes I think about giving up, you know? Like, who's making me do any of this? The stars are just pointing in different directions. I just walk the other way. But he's making me, but what if it's real? It feels kind of real. I don't do anything. What happens? I would put everything on Summer, and that wouldn't be fair to her. I know she's going through a lot, too.
I am going through a lot, thank you.
God damn it.
Got him.
I feel a lot of the same things. It's gone through my head that I could just not do any of this. But then I thought, what's the point if I do or don't?
What Unmei's all about. Just do things. They might have a reason and they might not, but it's not your destiny that you're changing. Destiny can't be changed. Some things are supposed to happen. Know that a little better now. But some things you can change, and that's important.
Yeah, a lot of things are changing these days. But at the end of the day, I'll take what we have over what could have been.
I agree. Why don't turn around? You know, there was one time where we met that weird Monza dude. Walked off in the middle of the night. Just started walking. I was tired. Just kept going. Got onto the ridge and then I saw the camp and I thought I was stupid and turned around and came back and then went back to sleep. Sometimes changing your perspective can help.
Yeah. I put a lot of thought into what we used to have, the friends we made along the way, friends we've lost, the ones we gained. As much as I miss Ashna, Kenji, Aki, they're not completely gone. They're still with us sometimes.
Yeah,
I like to think.
like a ship that got lost in the seas. It's out there somewhere, you just have to find it. It's drifting along, you know?
Yeah, and there'll come the day where we'll see them again.
That's what I think too.
This just wasn't so much of a struggle. Okay, well, let's get back to the rest of the group.
You rejoin the rest of the group.
I finally show Lilith that Wraith can talk.
Greetings, little girl. Oh my god!
I told you it's magic.
Wow.
He did that, and I point at Ren.
Just waiting for him to
Hi.
show up the
I
squirrels.
make animals talk. Like these two little guys.
Hello, hello. She acquaints herself with all the animals.
I make my dog Bamfin.
Ah!
The dog doesn't talk, though.
Dog doesn't talk, but he can poof, and then he poofs a bunch, and he teleports around her.
She tries to catch the dog as best as she can.
Okay, I stop Bamfing him so she can pet him.
She
I cast walk right on the child.
Oh no. She eventually catches the dog and has a nice time.
Yay.
Alright, so
Oh, that music's
as-
too cheery. Get out of here.
as far as it goes for a plan on bringing Lilith here with us for a while, trying to keep her safe as much as possible. And
Are her
wait
clothes
to-
messy?
A little bit.
you
I
gonna
could make
tailor
her
her
new
some new
clothes.
clothes?
I could.
It's fucking Krista's Rue H right now. Wait a minute.
It's
And,
Ruhage?
and until we hear from Corva, not much can be done.
Oh, that's H.
But until then, I'm keeping my eyes open for possible routes.
Okay.
As far as our next goal, you can keep going to your thing first.
Chris nods.
You okay?
I'm fine.
If we're getting close and you need help, don't be afraid to ask any of us.
I don't think I need help. I think I just want to talk to Gaius by myself. Is all.
We're a team though, so don't forget.
Okay.
He gives you a hug.
You can have as
I
much
hug her
time
back.
as you want. but we've always got your back.
Chris nods.
You remain in the small fishing village for the evening and can set off in the morning. Do you have any business here? I assume that Chris buys some effects for Lilith to make a new dress. Just 5 gold, it's fine.
Sure.
Easy.
And I will. Wait, where's my? Oh, there it is.
Do I get cool paperwork from the guards being like, "Yo, this guy's dope"?
They do make some
I helped
parchment
with
for you.
charity stuff.
They make some parchment for you from their commanding officer, and it dictates who you are. So even though you still have like this refugee status, you can present that if you get into any more tricky situations, and it should help a little bit.
Okay, I'm removing 150 platinum.
You did so.
I asked Lilith to like kind of describe like a pretty dress she would like.
It's kind of similar to yours, in that like it's a little more poofy, a bit impractical, but that's fine. You can work with that.
Yeah, and then I let her watch. I cast fabricate and make it out of the items on the ground.
You do so, and it turns into a very pretty dress that fits her perfectly.
Excellent. She can have the dress. I hand it to her.
Excellent. She goes to get changed, and she looks adorable.
Perfect. This child is ours now.
Dad's dead. Mom's dead. She's our little sister now.
She's mine now.
Zoe, this is your new sister.
Sick.
I always wanted one.
Anyway, to Heracles.
Yeah.
That is the thing you can do. You guys set off toward Heraclea. It is only a couple days from your present destination. You continue to see several refugee camps along the oceanside road here, overlooking the inland sea. One night in particular, while you guys camp out in a particular location near the beach, you do hear cannon fire out from the seaside. Somewhere out on the ocean itself, you just hear, and you can kind of see like the blinks of light in the distance as cannons seem to be shooting at something out there.
Probably demons.
Probably
Probably.
demons.
Probably demons.
Do you have anything else?
Valley of Bat.
Do you have any
God damn it.
other things to do
New
while
recruit
on your
reporting in.
adventure out to the west of Heraclea?
Yeah, actually that same night, about 10
re-
minutes after the
related, Ren. All of that happened. Yeah.
10 minutes after 10 minutes after the probably demons comment, Ren's just like been sitting silent like by the campfire, and he just quietly just goes, "So Zoe, how do you like that armor I got?"
It's really light.
I don't feel like killing you right now, so Lance is asleep.
It's really
You just-
different. Okay.
In the 10 minutes, Len's just like, "I feel something bad coming, so I'm just gonna go to bed."
It's really different from
Are you
all this stuff
Sycamore?
that you guys gave me before. It's so hard to move in that stuff.
I stole that, by the way.
I know.
From the museum.
I know.
And you've just been okay with this.
It's kind of complicated. I was mad for a little bit, but I knew before I realized.
I just
before I
figured that the last person who was using it has been gone for over a millennia, so it's better suited for somebody who is going to change the world in the next few months, right?
I
Just hope.
guess. What if they're still around, though?
That happened over 1,500 years ago. What are the odds that someone would be...
Yeah,
Didn't you
no,
meet
you're right.
someone?
Yeah. No, Rin just stops and he crosses his hands like in front of his face and is just like thinking for a moment. It's like, someone from back then is walking around right now.
In the distance, you hear a
Yeah,
caw.
You went-
In the distance, an arrow just comes flying over the horizon, perfectly aimed.
You mentioned a crazy elf that's still around.
You'll never know who did it. Like really, like flawless entry, exit. Never had a better heist in my entire life, really.
An arrow hits the cart.
One of the javelin arrows.
the whole cart just goes careening into the refugees.
Well, if you get away with it, good job. Until then, if we get caught, fuck you.
Have I ever been caught during one of my heists?
Almost.
I think
Almost
you
still
got
means
afterward.
no. By who?
I feel like it happened in the Confederation.
Nah.
No, he got cited, but he wasn't caught.
Nobody. I've never been arrested for any of my crimes as long as I've been traveling with you lot. You're perfectly safe. You have perfect deniability. It's all 100% A-okay. And that's the moment where the javelin strikes the cart.
A javelin does not strike the cart. However, she eventually says, "Either way, you don't have to worry about it too much. If you're worried about that guy anyway, he doesn't know."
Well, that's good.
Did you spy on him?
Not on purpose.
On accident.
Wait, was this another one of your dreams
Sort of.
or visions?
That one.
It raises a question why you've been getting these recently.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Damn it.
Yeah, damn it.
I was looking at something. I was suddenly like, wait, if I'm familiar with Corva, can we send him messages through Dream, but it's on the same plane?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a damn shame.
I don't know if we ever asked, how long have you been getting those?
Repeat the question?
Yeah, he said, I don't know if we ever asked, but how long have you been getting those?
Well, you know, since everything happened.
Everything what?
I like to talk about it. It's weird. But you know, you found me. Tsar.
And who?
The moment where she was having her seizure.
Oh.
Oh.
After she woke up from that is when events started to allow her to see things.
Oh.
Didn't the elemental start chanting truth, like seeing the truth?
I don't know, but that was when she met. That was when we all saw her talking to Ume.
Don't like that. Don't like it one bit.
Told you it's fine. I just see things sometimes. I don't even know if they're real.
Oh, if they're not, then it's not something to worry about.
Yeah,
Just
try
Don't
not
be
to be.
afraid. Just don't be afraid to let us know on some things, okay?
Mm-hmm. I tried. Like that time about the Westgate.
Yeah, I
Oh.
was really curious on why that was a problem.
Is that because I stole from guards and
One time it was.
One time,
Don't talk about it.
I feel like
Yeah, she just blinks a few times.
We're just delving too deep.
It's just alternating Ren and Zoe blinking, and it's like, what happened?
I imagine like Ren blinks one eye, then Zoe blinks the opposite eye, then Ren blinks his other eye. Then
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my
no,
God,
that's
that would
that's
be
when they're
so
lying in
weird.
unison. They're just like winking, conjoined.
Yep.
You know, I've got this tick that happens every 3 to 5 seconds. It's called blood inking.
God, shut up.
Blinking, what the fuck?
Blood inking, you know.
Fuck you.
Have you never blood inked?
A bloodier ink.
Stay the
Not
fuck
on
away from me
stream.
and my tick.
Is your is that all you had to speak with for Zoe?
For me, yeah.
Then, you guys sleep the rest of the night, and it is sound as it is. However, in the morning, you are awoken by fitful screams.
I wake up.
It seems to be a huge portion of the refugee camp is loud and screaming. When all of you gather your senses at this early point in the morning, you see that there seems to be a dragon overhead. It is hovering and seeming to look over the landscape.
Is it like the white dragon we saw?
It is not. It is a green dragon presently. It's pretty high up. It's like 300, 400 feet up, and it's just kind of like flapping its wings and hovering. It seems to be surveying the landscape.
I get I keep forgetting her fucking name.
Lilith.
Lilith. I get Lilith like into a point of safety where she's like hidden.
I'll shout in Draconic. Hello?
Interesting. Give me a
Oh,
persuasion
no.
check.
Don't know if that was the course chief.
Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not lying. I do know Draconic. Good. Okay.
Yeah, you spoke to the dragon before.
Yeah. 8!
Yep, that's what I thought. It does not hear you. It seems to be too high up. You call out to it, though, nevertheless.
It can't hear me.
Do you want to lift?
Oh, sure.
Hey, is this fertile ground, Chris?
Fertile ground?
Is this fertile ground?
I'm gonna
I'm
say
asking for a friend.
define
Tree.
fertile ground.
Can I? If I were to plant a tree here, would it grow?
Maybe depends on the tree. So that
Can I
must mean
plant
he-
my staff of woodlands in this and have it grow?
You could perhaps. However, as you consider doing this, you all begin to hear a trembling upon the wind. You hear several refugees go, look, there's more of them! Pointing out to the east, you can see what seems to be a huge swarm of dragons flying through the air, coming in your direction.
Let's ditch town.
What if they're nice dragons?
We can't just leave these people here to die if bad things are about to happen. No.
Do you think we could take all of that?
You do
Oh,
count
wow.
about 23 at first glance.
You know, I can take the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 2 on the left and
The
no.
little itty bitty one in the back.
We're leaving.
God.
There's just one that's like the chicken from Moana, and it's just walking along the road.
God. What was the thing?
I want to take that one, hey. I want to take hey the dragon.
Just all the others are flying over, and he's just like,
He's doing the stupid fucking walk that
Yeah.
Hey does too, or you're just dirt.
You know, at least it's not the chicken from that movie with the surfing penguin.
Oh no, I forgot
Yeah,
that
that
existed.
Surf's up!
Surf's
Surf's
up.
up. I forgot that existed and for good reasons.
Alright, guys. Movie night, surf's up.
That being said, as you deliberate, this swarm of dragons gets closer. It was much more than 23, and it's hard to count all of them as they begin to fly over toward the screen dragon, which, as it sees them nearing, it flaps its wings, turns itself around, and then flies away with the rest of the swarm. It's almost like a flock of birds that are heading off on a migration, as maybe 50 to 70 of these huge dragons of all sizes and ages and colors begin to fly to what seems to be the northwest of your current location.
Are they all chromatic or some metallic?
Some are metallic as well. They are just all different kinds.
That was my question.
And
Which way are they going?
they are heading northwest of your current location, which you are like on the coastal road right about there. So they're heading in that direction.
Cool, they're heading where we need to go eventually.
That's a later time that we probably won't have to worry about until then.
I guess we jump on the wagon to Heraclea.
Is that the
yeah,
choice?
is Is there anyone leading? Is there any dragon leading?
There were a few dragons, or that one big green dragon was up front, but it didn't seem to be like leading. It just seemed to like be ahead of the others.
Okay.
I do not want to deal with another green dragon.
It'd be funny though if that was the same one. Just like, oh, fuck.
I was about to ask, hey, does it look familiar? But I was like, no, it's not. It's not.
After the swarm passes by, the refugees stop panicking and go about their business. There's definitely just a tense nervousness that pervades the area, though, after all the dragons have passed by.
Do we want to go?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm good with whatever.
Shall you venture forth?
What the
Yes.
fuck they doing over there?
The fuck they doing over there?
Yeah. Now the meme has transitioned over to Lonesome West, who are just seeing things that are like out of their control happening.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of weird. What are they doing
All
over
the
there?
shit around us is happening.
What they're doing over there.
We
Thanks,
didn't
Trouble.
cause any of this, but we're dealing with the results.
I'm gonna here. Go look at Bellevue. This is the city you almost went to.
Oh, I
wait.
did look.
Oh, wait, no.
that.
Hey, we did go to.
This is the way you did go to. Hold on. If I do this though, boom, there's Bellevue.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute.
I've seen this
Wait.
part before.
Wait. Why does this man have no pants?
Listen, don't worry about that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
This is the same picture. This is the same
Cut
picture
off
you.
the lady with the boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this-
you cut off the woman with the tits. I was about
Oh,
to
that's
draw
fine.
over that.
That's acceptable.
The booble.
I'm just
Was-
wondering. He's just showing so much leg. I want to know his story.
apparently that's a brothel. This is a picture from Witcher.
Of course it is.
Yeah. We use the bottom half of this picture for Redmore for
Did
Plague.
we?
I think it was Redmore. Yeah.
Yeah, this tracks. This tracks
Yeah,
actually.
I remember it was like there was a dock here, so
Actually,
we all put
yeah,
our
I
characters down
remember
there.
the man with no pants.
Yeah, and we all put our characters down there, and then we made shitty drawings, and we like
Yeah,
drew
yeah.
Gretchen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good.
Alternate universe.
Hey, all alternate universes are real in my world. You could hypothetically travel there if you wanted to.
Multiverse.
It
When are you
is-
gonna have a Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Spider-Verse.
What is Crisis on Infinite Earths?
That's a story in DC Universe where basically all the multiverse is in danger from one sort or another, and you essentially just restart the multiverse because it gets fucked up.
Don't spoil my story, Dan.
Hey. All right,
Uh,
guys, we have to save Earth Prime.
That being said, you can continue your ventures down the broad avenues of the Shoreline Road until you eventually do indeed reach Heraclea.
Look at this Greek shit.
Roman, thank you very much.
Roman. My apologies.
I see. The fucking saying the joke but louder Greeks. Tell
Yeah.
me I'm wrong, Chris Fox.
It is a city very near the coast of the Inland Sea, and is quite the beautiful place, although you do see that it sustained some damage as you come upon the city walls itself. The guards ask for any identification, and you provide what they do. Once they review Lance's particular identification, they give you free access to the city along with your cart, and you can take it in, although they do have you park it in a location because they don't offer carts throughout the actual main city.
Weird. Sure.
Is to keep the traffic flowing. That being said, this is where you are. You can venture around Heraclea as you please. There's quite a number of refugees that have made it here as well. And you can tell that dire straits are all abounding, but the city still seems to be thriving in whatever way it is. There's lots of people who are moving large amounts of shingles that have been ripped away from many of the buildings here, just piling into huge, like huge pieces of debris are just being put into giant piles to be trucked off later by the government. It seems that perhaps the explosion from earlier has done damage out here too. Furthermore, beyond the refugees, you also do see a heavy presence of soldiers in the area.
Hmm.
What shall you do?
I'm tempted to go find a magic shop right now, because I can now dump something off.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what the rest of the party's doing before I do anything, though.
'Tis up to you, me lords. What shall you
I'm
do?
sticking with the boys.
What shall
I'm-
you do, me lords?
I'm
Oh
going
god, I've
to-
been spammed with Among Us memes.
Oh no.
As you do.
I'm going to cast Alter Self and turn myself into a human lady with like longer brown hair,
Mm-hmm.
and that will be my disguise.
So you don't get recognized again as your mom.
Yeah. And we can save mine for after everyone else's, because I imagine mine's gonna take a bit. But I'm going to start looking around for Gaius Cyprianus. I got it this time.
Correct. Give me an investigation check. What is everyone else doing?
I'm just sticking with Zoe.
Yep.
I'm just like vibing out in a tavern, like singing songs, fucking spreading my religion.
You indeed vibe.
Spreading my
Do-
name.
Do everyone else's thing. I need to BRB.
That means it's odd.
All right, then I guess I go find a magic shop.
That is a thing you can do. I'm actually gonna take like a 45-second break. I'll be right back.
All right then.
Oh, what you want?
Jesus Christ, trouble. Jesus fucking Christ.
What'd Trouble do?
Hold on. God, so many fucking people are messaging me. I swear to God, I'm gonna put myself on do not just.
You already are.
Fuck. Damn it.
I'm trying to think.
Fuck.
Do you need a tuning fork if you're trying to go back to the material plane?
Yes.
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck you, Joe. Hey,
I'm back.
What?
That being said, what are you going to look for at a magic shop?
Well, first off, I'm gonna try to sell off the staff of swarming insects now. It did me well in its days, but it's getting replaced.
That is a rare, if I'm not mistaken.
Major rare.
Yes. They would be willing to take that off your hands for a sick, nasty 3,000 gold.
I'll take it.
300 in plat, actually. Same difference.
I'm making it into gold.
Well, there you go.
Screw them.
Ching.
fucking.
Yeah, Jerry?
I looked at one of my other tabs. I was just on a random ass Twitch page. Oh yeah, I watched Flaccid's stream and he hosted somebody. All right, fuck you, Dylan. Anyway.
And oh fuck. I don't know if there's anything necessarily that I want. Wait, how are we looking on potions, people? Like healing potions? Free's gone and the other two are muted.
I
Good
still got a
talk.
superior. I'm good.
Zell or Jerry?
My
Man, I'm
potion stock is
Shut up.
great.
Shut up, Zelf. I meant Jerry.
Yeah, no. Let me look. Actually,
Zulf has a healing spell where he can heal for 999 every single
I-
time. He can
I
cast
have-
at will.
you know, I have enough. I have
Jerry.
4 greater, 1 minor.
All right, yeah, you're fine. The guy's superior healing potions.
Superior, yes, they do. They have 2 of those on stock.
All right, how much they wanting?
Let's say 2K a piece.
Christ.
Our superior.
They are rare.
I'll take one of them.
Cha-ching. That's 1,000 gold profit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, there's no sense in me fucking trying to buy anything. I've got 6,000 gold, and anything else I want is like higher tier than what I can afford. So I guess I'm done.
Very well. Is free here. Dead. We must stall once more. Actually, where's my stuff?
So what has Treble been sending you, Jerry?
He's dead.
Hold on, I'm responding to so much shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
Actually, no. I'll also spend the time making that last potion from last week.
Sure, what potion was that you were making?
Should be, yeah, it's in our DMs. It's the first one of the 2.
All
the way back-
Them
all the way back on the
private,
third-
you say? The first one you
I
said?
Yeah.
Understood. Give me an alchemy check.
I'll enhance ability for that shit. So, hot 18.
And you're taking that at advantage? Oh, right, because you're
Yeah.
Very, very well. That is sufficient. And by the end of the day, you're able to concoct yourself a nice little potion. It is like a lavender color, and it looks quite fluid.
All right. I'm just gonna hold on to that for a bit.
Very, very good.
Need to add the fucking superior potion in my inventory as well before I forget.
Would you describe the potion as a smooth liquid?
God damn it.
There it is. We're bringing it back.
Bring it back.
It doesn't get to escape. God
Your
damn, Free.
potion
Why do we,
isn't
why do we
your
talk
potion
so
isn't as-
fucking much?
If your potion isn't a smooth liquid, what are you doing? Also, I don't know.
I'm trying to find the fucking pictures for fucking Felix. God damn it.
However,
Tobias, god damn it.
Christ, it's you. You're at the place where the things happen.
I rolled a 16 investigation check. What does that mean?
You kind of look around. Where do you want to really go through the motions of your investigation?
Particularly any like government buildings, just like government offices.
Are you just kind of like gandering about, or are you going with purpose?
First, I'm kind of gandering about and making sure I'm in the to find the right place first, and then I would like to go in with purpose and make an appointment.
Understood. You find the main administrative headquarters in Heraclea. It is a building that is slightly damaged by recent events, but is otherwise still a strong, domineering structure with many columns about it. You kind of consult with a few of the local guard, and they suggest that it is indeed the right building if you wanted to find any of the local government officials. They do warn that things have been tense, so you got to work with what you've got. But otherwise, this is it, and you can do as you please.
Okay, so I'm in an administrative building.
Yes, you can head on in. It is a big open complex. There's several administrators at various desks that are lining the main halls, and there's lots of offices that are on the second floor, and the building seems bigger than that.
Okay. I guess I'll go up to a front desk.
Mm-hmm.
Personnel.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Greetings, how can we help you?
This is Freedom trying to figure out what to say. Fuck. Yes, I have business with a praetor Cyprianus. Cyprianus.
Oh, yes, Mr. Soprano. Yes, yes.
Mr. Soprano, yes. You know him?
Oh, I do. I love the show, too.
Oh, great.
He kind of nods and says, all right, yeah, do you have any appointments? Where are you from? Do you have your identification?
Fuck.
I don't have any appointments currently. I'm from the Ruby Kingdoms. Unfortunately, any other identification I had was lost. I've only been given this, refugee information.
And then he takes it, looks it over. All right. We can certainly set you up with an appointment. The Praetor's quite busy at the moment, unfortunately, has all the events, as you might imagine. You've lived through them yourselves. I wish you the best in whatever comes.
How long do you think it would take for that appointment? When's the next available time?
Perhaps, sometime this week. Is there meaning for your appointment? What would you need him for?
Straight up family matter.
No, I'm not. I don't think that. I think that'll scare him.
Okay.
Hold on, this is still freedom thinking.
That is that Trollo situation where you finally get to what you're looking for, and then it's like, here's the thing. Oh well, I wasn't ready for that at all.
I'm not saying they got make it this far.
I mean, when my bits are, what are you gonna do about this? I'm really just like, shit. The fuck do I do about this?
What are you gonna do about this? Damn dog, that's an excellent question.
It's called
Yeah, it's an excellent question, isn't it?
It's called melted brain syndrome.
Ah, yes, me on a daily.
It's actually more of a personal matter. It has to do with an associate of his from Azoshi. I believe he'll understand.
Interesting. I can make note of that, and if there's any further communication, I'll be sure to send a messenger out.
And I didn't specify this, but on whatever refugee identification, she wouldn't have put Carissa Zella. Probably not even Cariss.
Your identification has no name. It's just like a note.
Okay. Yes. Did we didn't find a tavern to stay at, did we?
It's not hard. Ren found it. Don't follow the singing.
Sure. If there's any messages about the appointment, you can forward them to insert in name here.
Understood. He agrees to this, and it will happen, and he's going to try to get you the meaning as soon as possible.
Okay. I will leave the building, and if my 1 hour on Alter Self is almost up, I will go into an alley, recast it, and walk back out.
You do have to recast it. And what you gonna do with the rest of your time?
Probably go to the inn, wherever they're staying at. Go ahead and pay for whatever time. If anyone's there, Christy will just say like, "Oh, can we stay here for another week?" Like this week? Not this week and next week, but like this week.
Can you pay for my room?
Yes.
Then yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay. And then Carissa will go up to her room, and she will furiously write in her, like, whatever journal or notes she has. She's just very fidgety and, like, trying to get out that energy. Probably get some sewing materials and furiously sews.
Furious sewing.
Furious sewing.
Stood. Sometime later, probably closer to like 3 p.m., where you guys arrived closer to 9 a.m., there is a knock to your door, Chris.
Okay, I cast Alter Self again as the same woman. I open the door.
There's a young boy who seems to carry a messenger bag.
Hello.
Actually, what name did you give them?
Chisada.
Chisada. Understood.
All right.
Mrs.
going to be
Chisada, my
honest.
lord.
I'm gonna be honest. I really thought about either my Alter Self being Chisada or Rika.
Please don't do Rika.
I know.
Oh, that would kill Jerry. Or not Jerry, Ren.
And Jared.
Rin would just do like a double and be like, I'm killing this bitch in her sleep.
Yes, that's me.
He hands you the message, makes any exchange of like silver that you have, and he pieces out because he's got other shit to do.
Can you break a gold piece?
He'll take a gold piece.
Sure.
Ching, sick, easy.
I'll open the message.
In opening the message, it is signed by Gaius himself, and the notes seems like a bit scrawled and rushed, but otherwise attentive. And it says something to the effect of, greetings, I was told that you're a petitioner from out in Ezo. I'm curious why you might be here, and am intrigued to have your audience in the near future. You can report to the audience chambers at the Administrative Council at your earliest convenience in the next day or two.
Okay, so tomorrow or the next day?
Correct.
Okay, it doesn't have a specified time. It's just whenever
Yeah.
on those days. Okay.
At your leisure.
I got it. All right. Chris rereads the note many times and will continue furiously writing and sewing, switching between when she gets frustrated with one.
Understood. You have some time to kill till your meeting. Do you do anything else besides furiously crafting?
No. Carista's just like... God damn it, Truffle. No, just like singular focused, but can't put her energy into that yet, so putting her energy into anything else.
Understood. Anything for the rest of the group?
Nothing on me.
No, man, I'm chilling.
How much money am I paying for 2 to 3 days of my room and I was gonna say Jerry's room.
Go
and
for
Ren's
20.
room? That's fine. 1974, good year?
It was alright.
That's just how much gold I have. Okay.
Otherwise, the day passes and a new day begins. What shall you do?
I will go in the morning to that same administrative building or wherever the note said to meet with my boys.
All your boys are coming?
All my boys are coming.
Understood.
Nixon resigned in 74? Hell yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
What they
Good year.
didn't know is that the petitioner from Ezo is coming with a cult.
She's a cult leader.
Are you disguised?
Yeah, I'm Alter Self.
Understood. You head in, you speak to the people at the desk. The same person's working there, so they check you in again. And they have you head up to the 3rd floor, which is a council meeting room.
Can my boys come? Are they allowed?
They are allowed if you choose.
Excellent.
Otherwise, you head. You're like led up these beautiful marble-lined stairs up to the 3rd floor, and they open the very large doors there for you. As such, at the end of the large hall that is here, there is a elderly man. He seems a bit tired. He kind of like is clutching his temple as you begin to walk into the room. But several of the guards at the door greet you and all of your associates, and you hear him call out from the other side of the room that echoes quite a bit with his stern voice. Greetings. It is good to hear that you've traveled all this way from Ezra. I'm glad to make your acquaintance, Gaius Cyprianus. I don't believe I've met you before. You approach him, and this is who you see.
Why was I expecting like an Uncle Iroh type of situation?
Kind of. You did say old, and I was like, Hold on. I'm doing one more thing.
He is fine with his silver hair. Looks a bit haggard because of his age, but otherwise quite handsome. He's quite a buff man, and he is decked out in fine white robes that are lined with gold and red.
And so we're in basically his office, right?
This is more than an office. It's like imagine kind of like a throne room scenario. He seats at the end, but it's less formal than a typical throne.
And there are guards in here.
There are 2 guards at the door, 2 guards behind him.
No, I don't believe we have met.
By all means, introductions.
My name is Chisato. These are my associates. And you are the Gaius Cyprianus I've heard so much about.
Correct. I was told that we were already acquainted in some way, although I definitely do not recognize your face. What might you be needing today, Miss Chisada?
Perhaps only acquainted in reputation. It's taken quite a long time to get here, and perhaps this personal matter is not something we want prying ears for.
Oh, go.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
All he is here, loyal to me, and they will respect all. You need not fear of some simple guards. It is simply their job.
Even the matter of a student from the academy in Nizoshi. I want to incite him as I say this.
Is that what you are, then? Interesting. I'm acquainted with the university, or the academy. I've spoken to the headmistress at a few points in my life. Insight.
17.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth.
Have you visited Izoshi before?
Not in some time.
Really? How long ago was your visit?
Now I have to double check my notes.
Ho ho ho.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Where is it? If you have the note, please say.
I don't have any notes on when he last visited. I have notes on when Maris visited.
Oh,
because Maris was the one that visited 2 years
ago.
ago.
You true.
3 years.
So that's not in my notes. That's why I'm not finding it quite easily. Okay. He says the date. I'm dumb. I have a tiny brain. It lines up with the date that you were left there.
So like 30. No, wait. I'm not 30. I'm thinking of Ren's age. So actually, it would be about 30 years ago now.
Yeah, so you were probably dropped
you're
off
thinking
like
of me.
in your first year, so either like between age 0 and 1 or like after 1. So that time frame is what you're looking at, and in your insight you believe him when he says it. He's not lying.
That's been quite some time. I'm aware your wife, Maris, she's visited more recently.
You see his face just like immediately become real sour, and he just kind of like clutches at his head again. He kind of like calls over to one of the attendants, and they like head off to the left side of the room to where there's a small table, and they begin to take some implements off it. You have another attendant who's on the other side of the room, who he just kind of like gives a glance at. That attendant goes over to pick up a chair, and they start bringing it over to a more comfortable position, much closer to him, like within 10 feet. So you can have a nice seat in front of him. He also starts to get one for all of your lads.
Oh, cool.
It just takes him a while. He's like, "God, there's so many fucking people.
All right,
goddamn."
get him out of the dining room.
In this time, he has a little tray that gets set out. Someone begins to pour him a goblet of wine, and they pour you a goblet of wine, which they offer to you as well.
Chris will politely take it.
Yes. It smells delicious. It's a nice...
Well, does it? Does it, Chris?
Wink. However, to him, it smells delicious. To a normal person, it smells like a beautiful red Merlot. That being said, he just kind of like drinks.
Wait, if you're alter self, can you smell? Hold on.
I don't think so.
Pardon?
If you're altered self, can you smell?
It's not an illusion, technically. It is it's physical change. It is
I
an
don't think
actual
Chris would have
physical change.
thought of to give like an altered body a sense of smell. So no.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just
That's
so
fine.
Yeah,
logic.
it's very much on what you're thinking in the process.
But yeah, he drinks of his cup liberally and gets a second one poured very quickly as the seating arrangements are made. He kind of sighs after a moment and says, "Yes, I'm sure Maris has been quite active in her pursuits, all over the world, as she always has been. I'm surprised to hear someone who is acquainted with her, and yet I'm not surprised at the same time, as she's quite prolific in her field. What involvement do you have in her affairs?"
Oh, just a interest. I'm a mage as well.
See,
I-
yes. Oh yeah, go.
No, he can go ahead. I want to hear what he has to say.
Should have expected as much. He is acquainted with many, especially out to the east. She worked there for some time. It is good to meet you in your...
Confederation.
Aye. It's good to meet you in your entourage, then. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. Miss Jasada, I don't mean to butt heads with you too much, but Miss Maris is quite a fraught subject with me. If you could get to the heart of your matter, I would appreciate the brevity.
Do I get anything for my insight from that, or do I need to make a new one?
What are you trying to insight?
Is it grief? Is it frustration? Is it anger? Why?
That's a new insight.
Okay. And 8.
He definitely seems fraught. Whatever it like, this clearly bothers him to talk about this.
I didn't mean to upset you. It's
Fine.
just I've been traveling and I've followed a lot of footprints she's left behind.
By no means. I'm certainly professional in my regard. There are, to be candid, rumors that go about between she and I, and it affects me on a personal basis, but none that I'm sure that affects our business together.
Oh, I'm sure I'm not familiar with many rumors.
All private affairs. To our own matter, none that really affect the public, and yet the public always banters on as they do. Such is the way of politics.
Such is the way. hold on while I think of more things. But as my interests are in Azoshi, I am curious then about your trip there many years ago. Did you come alone?
I did not. I was with my wife.
And your business there, I can't recall. It wasn't. Was it for the Holy Empire, or was it Maris's business?
Maris's business, I suppose, is a good way to say it. Personal business would be another. It was a unique trip, to say the least.
I'm certain it was.
He drinks readily, as you think.
Carista's not, she's holding her glass, but she's not drank anything. She's almost very, frustrated, tapping a nail on the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Apologies for the small talk, but homesickness does reach us even this far, so was the personal business. I assume you went sightseeing. Zoshi's a beautiful city. Did you visit the academy by yourself or with Maris?
Quite briefly. Our trip itself was brief. As you know, Maris is quite accomplished in her means. So, it was very in and out. We arrived briefly and left by the next morning.
That's a shame. Zoshi's a very nice place. Wonderful place to live and learn. Be with family.
I agree. Much do I agree. He kind of just nods again and takes another big drink.
Does he seem nervous?
He seems stressed. The situation seems deeply uncomfortable for him.
Well, I'm sure that both you and your wife's accomplishments, you are all very involved with the academic and arcane communities. I've only heard of the students at the academy. Ones I've heard from the headmistress herself.
As mentioned, I was able to see the academy in previous trips. It was a fine place. I imagine that anyone who is raised in such an institution would grow on to be quite accomplished in whatever means, whether they be academic or magical. I can't say. Yeah, you may insight.
Insight if there's more under the surface of that.
He continues, though, and says, it is certainly not my field, though. That would be more of, again, my wife says I've been deeply involved in politics for most of my life.
14?
That is sufficient. You generally learn that he seems, again, to be telling the truth. He, again, seems to be stressed of the general situation. And, again, seems to have this knowledge, and he's not, like, lacking his forthcomingness, or is not also, seeming to hide anything from you.
I'm curious, you haven't been there in almost 30 years. Did you not enjoy your last trip, or what's kept you from there?
I'm a busy praetor. I have quite a number of businesses to look out for here. Don't usually govern in even this territory, but with the ramping up of the war effort, especially in the last several years, it has become a priority to make sure that this region is governed properly, and I was chosen particularly for aiding in the war effort. I've overseen this place for a few months now. It's time that has also been quite fraught with its own necessities.
Are you sure someone was not the reason you didn't go back?
Again, I have personal acquaintances out in the east, but I'm not one for travel too very often. And this one you might be implying I do not know, and they have a name.
Christ will look him dead in the eyes and hopefully just loud enough for only she and him to hear, very quietly say her name.
He just kind of like looks at you confused, and then with like a bit of shock, and then he like drinks a little bit from his cup as he thinks of what to say. Sorry again. Repeat that. You spoke so softly.
Charist Zazella.
That is a name I am quite familiar with, yes. I am aware of them.
How?
Again, a personal matter, as you
I know.
no doubt notice the name.
Turn on his ass. Do it.
Just fucking drop
Just
all
drop it. Dare you, bitch. Drop it.
Bitch, I'm right here.
Well, if you won't give any more answers to this face, and I will snap my fingers and drop alter self.
You do so.
Yeah, she a bad bitch.
Your form takes that of your indeed natural presence. He was like sipping as he's like looking upon you.
He jokes.
As you do this, and once you change, he like drops his cup on the ground. Several of the attendants are like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" And the first thing he says when he looks upon you is, "Matters."
No.
No. Yeah, he says it at the same time as you. You. Is
Chris looks angry.
that you? Everyone else in the room is just like, what the fuck is going on? Who the fuck is this?
Why did you leave me?
Can't believe it. He like steps out of his chair. You're okay. You're fine. And he's like slowly approaching you.
Chris will stand up and back up, and like two of the, probably Jimmy and Stuart will like move closer to her.
Some of the guards begin to take like a hostile stance, but he immediately like raises a hand, and they immediately back down at the instant that he does. He also stops approaching you and just like puts his hand out and just shows that like he doesn't mean any harm. This is a shock to be true. Never thought the day that would you be willing to speak more privately? I have private chambers that we can. He's just like feebly, like his hand is shaking as he's trying to point to a different room.
They're coming with me, and like gesturing towards the undead secretly.
Very well. By all means. He calls on one of the attendants. They head over to one of the doors on the right. They open it up, and you can see what seems to be a large like conference room over there that's finely decorated. And he kind of like nods over to you. There's a guard that comes over to him and like whispers to him, and he just says, "No, you will not. Please, I will be there momentarily."
Okay. First will enter. She's got her undead kind of around her in a Secret Service formation.
Mm-hmm. The attendants close the door behind you, and there's like a brief delay. The doors then reopen, and he enters the room. He seems to like be doing his best to like gather himself, but it's not working very well. He still seems like super nervous, fidgety, like freaked out that any of this is happening. He kind of like looks at you, approaches you, and then thinks about it again, stops, backs up, thinks, goes over to the nearest chair, and then just like plops himself down into it. He kind of like puts his hands, both his hands over his face and temple, takes a deep breath, and then just looks to you, waiting to see what you might say.
You kept me a secret from my mother.
I did no such thing.
I've read the letters.
Letters you speak of.
I will. Hold on. I've got a little notepad doc. Hold on. Oh wait, shit. That's the wrong. That's not a notepad. Hold on.
Eh.
Hold on. Okay. She'll just take out. She has all her letters, and she will take out the summer of 1948 letter from Maris's diary, where Maris talks about Gao did something to Gaius and persuaded him to talk about Charist, and Maris believes that he's lying. So she will drop that letter in front of him.
The summer of 1748, you said?
Yes.
And it is the diary entry, correct?
Yes.
Understood. And you present that to him?
Yes. This is where you mentioned me, and Maris didn't believe you. And she will she'll pull out the autumn of 1750 from Maris, a letter from Maris to Gaius when she was in Ezo, and she will sit that down. Said, "This was only a few years ago. I was still in Ezo, and you told her not to go to the academy." And she will drop the spring of 1746 letter, Maris to Gaius, and it is a love letter. And she will drop that in front of him and says, "This is Maris talking about how much she loves you, and you still kept me from her. You still lied."
He just kind of like quickly is like reading as fast as he can through all these notes, just like fumbling through them as best as he can. And he just kind of like laughs as he's reading them in just like this almost crazed manner. He seems not comedic, but rather desperately sad in a way. You can also imagine the alcohol may be beginning to hit him at some level, but he seems to power through that regardless, and says, I suppose that I was naive to assume that this sort of information collecting was not occurring.
I found it in the Confederation.
I did not know that. I did not know that she knew. And a little. You have to understand, there's many things that have been occurring that are far out of either of our controls. This is much broader than even these letters might lead you to believe. I have never wished to lie about you. In fact, I've wanted nothing but the truth. But it has been out of my needs and out of my grasp. You don't know who we serve.
I waited all the time for you. Every time I worked harder because I thought you didn't care. And if I worked harder and better, then you'd come and you'd be proud of me. But then, she will take out the 1753 letter that was 2 days before the prison break from Maris to Gaius. And she will lay that on the table and said, instead, you broke her heart and mine. You let her think she can't have any children.
Oh, child. Only you knew the complications. I understand why you feel the way that you do, and I'm sorry. Deeply, truly sorry. In more ways than you can ever know. All of the pain that you must feel of this, I feel that same pain. I promise you that. And know that all of this must be confusing, and all that you've lived through, and all that you've accomplished, seeing nothing to show for it, I know. I wished you said what little I can right. I don't expect any forgiveness of you, though I hope for it very much.
Also, as Chris has gotten more upset, the undead have gotten more restless.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've noticed, but they're kind of like agitated a little bit, but not doing anything yet.
He seems to take no heed to them, and is just like focused on you. And he says, I wish to make this as clear as possible. I will answer any questions that you have. I will make all of this nonsense that has been gathered against our wills make sense to you in best terms that I can. It may not be consolation for all that you feel. I struggle to find any. There is more joy than you know, even in the pain that I feel in seeing you here, because I know that you finding your way here. That is more pleasure than I can know, knowing that you've made it this far, to the strength that you must have had to make it so. I will answer any questions that you have. I will make this clear for you, I promise you that.
Why?
Because of the Emperor, quite simply. I have done my own investigations. Investigations that I should not. It is why no one can hear this outside of this room. You can do me that honor at very least.
Why doesn't she remember me?
A mother, by the Emperor himself, upon records that I found, has been issued amnestics.
What?
Amnesia stuff.
Wow, the Emperor's
Wow.
a dick.
Yeah, fuck him.
Why would the Emperor do that?
whatever task he's involved in is of such secret potential that it can't be known by anyone, especially those who work in his closest ranks, those who are most involved with him. So, she has taken 2 specific campaigns with her to associate herself with his magical needs. Well, it seems that he's forgotten some of the most important parts of her past, as that she very much should remember and simply does not. How these amnestics work, I cannot tell you, but medically, the medical information that I found on them is frightful at very best.
So she knew before.
She did. She loved you very much, although I'm sure that is out of a bitter tongue to hear on these days.
Why didn't you find me when I was older?
Not in my needs. I could not make it there, so
What about my needs?
no.
I didn't have family.
Were you not taken care of? I tried to make sure that all of the effects, all of everything that I
It
gave
doesn't matter.
again.
I was alone.
I can only imagine, again, the pain that you feel. I did my best to make sure that all of the means that I had available, you were taken care of. Wished to visit, so I did. Because of my position, I was stuck. Position of governor and praetor, very taxing, and all of the needs that the emperor had for us, well, did not want you involved. I did not want you involved in any of his foul machinations. And she returned to me and she spoke like you did not exist. It took some time, and I was told. I fortunately had to partake in some of these amnestics. They were apparently the lighter form, the more personal forms. They are not fun to deal with. I never could forget you, not from all of the diaries that I kept for you. Thought of you every day, and soon my own memories returned of you. But what could I do? How could I? One of the major features in the Senate and in the governorship, how could I just travel off to an eastern land, to venture off to an academy that I'm supposed to know nothing about, to venture to a child that I'm not supposed to have? How am I supposed to do this? I do not know myself.
Managed to travel to that same place and leave a child there. Just fine.
Not of something that I wished. It is something that I must have done. For your own protection.
Where is she?
As far as I know, she is at the hand of the Emperor in Calderum.
Will the Emperor kill her or me? If he knows?
Not know. Do not know. Sort of plans or machinations or strange experiments that he may have put your mother through. I don't care, frankly, if she is safe and she's well and she is uninvolved as possible. She's already too involved. Just wish for her to be okay, just as I did for you. By whatever means necessary, I tried to do it by whatever means necessary. Don't know what must be going on in Calderum now. especially with the war as it is. Sure, that traveling here you could not have missed all of the chaos that's afoot in the Ruby Kingdoms. The Emperor delved too deeply, he looked too broadly. I don't know what he wanted from all of this, but he certainly accomplished it. Don't know, but I'm sure this is not the last of his plans. I trust nothing that foul man says.
I don't forgive you. But I will thank you for this information, because I am going to get my mother back.
Do not expect your forgiveness. If you think you have any means, I can see it now. You are competent in whatever you do. You are an adventurer of sorts. If I could walk there, if I could walk down the avenue straight to the throne itself and put a blade through his chest, I would. If you think you can, I don't need your forgiveness for that. His blood means more than that by this point.
I'm not going to use a blade. I'm not like you. I'm like her.
Not like anyone but myself. I've always stayed true to you. It's all that I've wanted. All of my needs here are met best as they can. Just happy that you are safe. More happy than you can know. He's just kind of like crying at this point, like any pretense that he had of saving face is gone.
You said you stayed true to me, but you failed. And Christ will leave?
As you like walk behind them with your entourage and open the door. I have always loved you. Never forget that. You are alive. If only by my choice and by my sacrifice. Please take care.
Chris will slam the door shut.
And then you just hear like a distant muffled.
And Chris will walk out of the building.
Yeah, you get some weird looks, but the attendants nevertheless open the door for you. You are guided back down the marble staircase into the open halls.
She left all the letters with him, by the way, that she had.
You can hear the distant crying from above, and some people in the larger hall comment on what it could be. But otherwise, you leave the room and leave him behind.
Yep. And Chris will save face until she's in her in-room, and then she will sob.
Understood. You indeed return to the tavern that you guys are keeping at. You head into your room, and you cry as you please.
So how are you guys doing?
Can I hear that from the roof?
Oh, I was about to be like, can that be heard?
She's not trying. She's trying to be quiet.
Okay, then probably not. You may have heard a door slam or something, but there's doors slamming all
door
the time.
definitely slam. Yeah.
That's definitely a note of just like, I'll ask it tomorrow.
Alright, but where the fuck did you go? The library's closed this late.
It's the middle of the day.
Well, the library's closed this late. What do you mean?
The library's open from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Exactly.
Only an hour.
Zoe comes up on the roof, just like, Ren, why are you still out here? You just move your sunglasses, have just like a blasted tan across your body.
He's
It's late for this hour.
I started banging on my fucking desk because I remember back when I was young, at one point our library got moved to community center for a year or two while they renovated it. Because it got slammed by a fucking tornado. And it was legitimately open from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And I went there at like I think I went there on a Saturday at like 11. Like, I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna walk to the community center, get myself some books, and it's just, oh, I was so fucking mad.
Chris, would you like to do anything else?
Be sad
Mhm.
and plan ways to kill an emperor in my head.
That is fine.
I
No,
almost had sex with that emperor. God, he's a dick.
nothing in the short term though.
No.
Understood. You guys can gather together at a later time, but I think this is a good place to end session.
Ooh.
Neat.
You had a fight with
Wow.
Daddy.
Daddy, no.
It was very, very hard to inhabit that character.
He had to make a very good argument for Christopher to forgive him, and she didn't feel like he did.
He only told you the truth.
It's true. It's fine.
Yeah, at least he was honest.
He only cared exponentially.
The man did everything within his power to try to make things okay.
Except be truthful to her mother.
I mean, think of what he might have had to do. You didn't ask about that. Why did you do all that stuff like out in Ezo? Because you mentioned that he did it, but you didn't ask why.
He kind of said why. He just said, like, he wouldn't clarify on it. He said it, like, fear of the Emperor.
Yeah, but what if that fear is true, and he would have gotten cut down by the Emperor? Then he wouldn't even have a daddy.
At least I would know my dad wasn't a bitch.
Wow. Not wrong, but wow.
Unless there's anything else that needs to occur, say goodbye to stream.
Goodbye, String.
Bye.
Goodbye.